physical wise or whatnot. He just
But his
outsmarted
speed,
Canelo.
his speed slowed down, but his IQ speeded up, and his timing
Right. His,
speeded up.
his IQ is definitely there. But what I'm saying is that because a lot of times, you gotta understand. Every time when Floyd fights somebody, it's always, well, that person wasn't the same before. By the time Floyd fought him, and that's why Floyd won. But people tend to forget that Floyd been slowing down too. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is it's a young man sport. And also I look at people who went up and had the passing of the torch, like an Oscar De La Hoya when he fought Julio Cesar Chavez.
Mm-hmm.
When he beat Chavez the first time, Chavez was 33, Oscar De La Hoya was 23. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody going into that fight said, "Oh, well, Oscar De La Hoya was too green." You know what I'm saying? So
they went
I
into
just
that
don't.
fight saying Chavez about to school the young boy.
And then the fact of the matter is that Canelo had way more fights than Oscar De La Hoya when he was going against Floyd than what Oscar was going against Chavez.
Bro, them dudes that say shit listen, they gotta pay their bills. They need the extra money. They got a baby by somebody they don't like, and that they whole YouTube check go to that bitch. That shit mean nothing to me, bro, when you really know. Because I'm starting to find out from niggas that's fucking with me and who niggas I fuck with, when you really know, you fucking really know. You can push your agenda with them box in the back, that shit ain't gonna work.
Now don't get me wrong. Like I like Floyd. Now Floyd does get on my nerves, right? But I just gotta call it like it is, because like I said, I mean, people could say he pick and choose all he want, but at the end of the day, he wasn't picking no damn William Schools. You know what I'm saying? So he, that's how I look at it. And school, he ain't, like I said, he ain't help his cause or nothing. The only thing, this is what people already coming up with the narrative that, well, Canelo slow down, Crawford's gonna knock him out. Now, it's kind of weird because about 7 months ago, they were saying Terrence Crawford was going to get knocked out by Canelo after his performance against Madrimov.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, Canelo comes up with this performance, and they are already making excuses for Canelo. Oh, he slow way down. Yeah, Crawford gonna beat him. He gonna knock Canelo ass out now. And it's like, hold on. Like 7 months ago, they were saying Crawford was gonna get knocked out. So they got a built-in excuse for Canelo already. And then let's just say if Crawford beats Canelo, they're gonna say, well, he ain't beat the version of Canelo that we know.
I don't give a fuck. I don't, because 20 years from now, when somebody looks this shit up on Multimedia or Joe Vincent Board, or when they just look up anybody making, you know what I'm saying? When you look up a fighter that you want and you see who he fought, when he fought them, when they fought, I don't give a fuck, because that guy's gonna big them up to the max. Who's gonna remember some dickheads that got a YouTube channel that was claiming the fame, clout chasing? When you look at the numbers, oh man, he had more than 3,000 people look at his shit in 20 years. It's 2.3 million looking at this shit.
Uh-huh.
So, bro, I don't care. I'll be real with you. Like, I stopped caring about the lanes. But you want to know why, Bo? Because they steal from us. They stealing. They stealing. They be stealing. And to steal your content and to say something else and have their own agenda. But you didn't think of it. I watch your content before you start stealing. Wasn't this? T, what's good, bro?
What's good, Pimmy? What's good? Listen to you boys cook.
What's up, man?
Everything good now. What y'all talking about right now? Other than niggas stealing content.
Talking about the slick black fighter.
The slick black fighter. T, remember I asked that question about almost a year ago?
What?
Are they getting tired of the slick black fight? Remember after the Oshaki loss, like Oshaki shouldn't have lost that first fight.
Oh nah, he didn't.
Right? But it wasn't entertaining, right? And then I said when they put Oshaki on the same card as Shakur, I was like, I seen the card and I was like, that shit ain't gonna look good. I mean, Oshaki won the second fight because he won the first fight. He had to give him his belt back. But
and the crazy part about it is that Conceição actually came to really fight the second fight. The second fight was more competitive. Because the first fight, I thought Oshaki like washed him.
look, he said, look, now on some real shit, I heard those exact words on the panel this week. The slick black fighters are bad for boxing. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, like the slick black fighter, bro. They gonna label this running shit in. They like, well, it came from you.
Man, the thing is, man, I think, especially when it comes to I don't want to generalize it, right? But I'm just gonna say, like, some Mexican fans, the narrative is stay in front of me so I can hit you. That's basically what they want.
Now
they want a rock'em sock'em robot type fight and shit.
I've seen now. Like I say, I be on them damn Mexican channels. One of the only niggas just standing my ground. Now listen, this shit is called a sweet science, and some of them understand that, but gotta get real, bro. That was a debacle that just happened in Manhattan.
Yeah, my laptop died.
Oh, it's good. That's a debacle that just happened, bro. That's a debacle, bro.
So check this out. So check this out. So they be complaining, right? Remember that first Triple G and Canelo fight? Canelo ass was on the back foot.
He stayed engaging all night. The first fight on his back foot. He stayed engaging.
He spent most time on the back foot while Gennady Golovkin was stalking him. But they ain't complaining about Canelo ass running.
He stayed engaging, bro. There were a lot of punches thrown, a lot of punches landed that night. This past weekend, bro, that happened. Bro,
I got something on that, Pop. I got something,
bro. Go ahead.
I got something on that, Pop. All right, so people killing that card, like you talking about, they killing it, right? I'm gonna take Devin Haney, right? People had a problem with the way Devin Haney fought on this last pass card, but they also had a way with the way Devin Haney fought the first time he fought Ryan. So where's the common ground with that? So if Devin go out there and he straight up fight a nigga, y'all go say his defense bad, right? If he go out there and he stick to the game plan, right? Like y'all say, stick to the game plan, don't get hit. They gonna say he boring, right? Now, me personally, I talked to Devin. I told him, fuck what these people talking about. They don't pay your bills. But my thing is,
no, yes, we do. T on some real shit.
Y'all
really don't. Y'all really don't. Honestly, okay. I really don't. But the masses pay his bills. The people who be talking shit about it for the most part, they don't.
So you saying they still?
You know what I mean? But he gave you what you wanted with Ryan. Yeah, he gave you what you want with Ryan. You know what I mean? He gave it to you. He gave you a fight, right? Fireworks. He gave it to you, fireworks, right? And you took the way he fought, and then he come and he.
Oh, I didn't kill the way he fought.
Come and he do,
Now hold on.
Not you.
No, but check this out. Check this out, though. Are we talking about the same group of people that criticize him both ways? Because the Mexicans are pretty happy that Ryan put it on him. All right.
Hey,
Same group of people.
orale. Let me hop on the panel, man. You guys talking shit about these Mexican boxers, and I
Get your
can't
black
stand
ass
for
out of
it.
here, CJ.
What up, though? What up?
What's
What's
good?
up? What's up, man?
Good.
No, I've been going hard on these Mexican boxing fans all week, and it ain't about hate. It's just about, like y'all was pointing out, I didn't even think of that part, the hypocrisy. Like, well, if a black fighter stand in front of you, he got bad defense, but oh, that's just a traditional Mexican style. He a warrior. It's two. It must be two sides, like Shorty Love said.
That's
Yeah,
a
basically,
bro.
I'm
The
getting
niggas that's gonna be the ones that they like and on both sides is the niggas that can stand in front of you for a second and move around and know how to move. Listen, we not talk. Listen, to be truly honest with you, Devin Haney shit is not the worst I saw. The William Small shit, bro.
Right. This is exactly what I'm getting at, Pop. They killing the wrong nigga if you being real. Y'all killing the wrong fight.
I didn't listen. Everybody that's bringing up Devin Haney is not what I'm. It's not the Devin Haney. It's the William Skull, my nigga. That shit was different. I don't know if niggas
That's the
actually
same
act like
shit.
it ain't-
That's the same fight.
No, it's not.
It
That
mirrored
nigga-
the same shit.
No, it's not.
Devin
It's Devin.
Devin threw three more punches. Three more punches
listen,
around. Okay.
Hey,
Devin shit was here. William Skull shit went like he went to Super Saiyan 5 with this.
You said he threw
Like,
three
bro,
more.
he was like,
They were competing. They were competing with how many punches in a round. They both.
like, bro. But listen, I didn't see Devin do the Mike Epps though on the Friday. I ain't see Devin do that.
Devin
I saw that nigga do the Mike
No,
Epps.
Devin
Yo,
did.
yo, to
Devin
be
did.
honest,
Devin.
they made a meme. They made a meme out of Devin in that one round with Ramirez, where they showed like they played and put it in fast forward. It was like all they did was move around.
They
They made a meme out of it.
yeah, bro. They make a meme out of Devin like they make a meme out of Devin in a firefight, and they make a meme out of him in a defensive fight. They gonna meme Devin regardless, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So fuck it. So
regardless.
do what's
Yeah, you're right.
effective.
Whether he's
Do what you gotta do.
Whether he's giving you a back and forth brawl with Ryan Garcia, or he giving you a defensive showcase. You know what I mean? Either way, Devin gonna get killed. Either way.
Facts.
Come on, T. That wasn't no defensive showcase. That wasn't no
Yes, it
defensive
was, bro.
showcase. He did the Harlem Shake.
Was it?
And
Yes, it was.
Was he getting
and
tagged
threw
up?
like
Hold on.
five
Did he get tagged?
And then
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
How many
you
significant shots did
can't
Ramirez
get
land?
tagged one.
Listen,
How many significant shots did Ramirez throw? That's the problem. They should have flagged both of them. Flag on
No,
the plate.
that ain't the
Both of y'all
problem. That's the
motherfuckers.
answer. That's the answer.
That's defense, Bills. That's defense. You can't swing at me if I'm not in one spot, Bills. You can't hit me if I'm not in one spot.
But when damn one of them punching.
hey, listen, I'm
I
being real.
seen Mo Licks when they did that little scene on Color Purple. Me and you would never part in one round. Come on.
Now, hey, listen. Coming off a year and an ass whipping, I ain't expect much from that.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Hold on, man. I'm still talking, my nigga. Hold on. I ain't expect much from that. I just did.
All I said was,
What?
come on, Smoke.
Nah, cause you about to say something else. Like, chill out, man.
No, I wasn't. I just said, come on, bro.
I ain't expect much from Devin. Like, why do you think I'm gonna keep beating a dead horse? Like, I ain't expect much from Devin. When he show me something different, I'll see something different. The William Skull shit, bro. Like, he might as well just ran around the fucking ring. To be truly honest with you.
Hey, real quick, let me. Who is it? Is that Bills? Is that you, Bills?
Yeah, that's me.
Let me play devil's advocate real quick, and I ain't trying to get on your helmet. You know it's all boxing, but imagine this: the scenario, the reverse. Why we talking about Devin, who was smart and got the win? Maybe it wasn't the most entertaining fight, and niggas are clowning him more. Not niggas, but people in general clowning him more than Ryan when he got his ass dropped and lost to a lesser opponent. why is the focus more on Devin? I don't understand that.
Cause the focus is more on black fighters in general. Anything we do is a problem.
At least you're
Devin
being
Haney
honest
was
about
running.
But that's the
Devin
problem.
Haney was running.
You can't really
But that's the
argue
problem with black fight fans, though. That's the problem with black fight fans because
I knew
you go
it.
around-
I
you go
knew
around
the
world,
splash
right?
brother
I
was
just
coming.
came in. Let me get it off. I'm
on-
saying it like this. Listen,
Hold on real quick, bro. I'm on Pop Show, Stay. You got to go on Pop side, Stay. I'm on Pop side. He got the link on his chat.
so you look at you look at the black American audience. A black fighter loses, he ain't shit no more. He ain't this, he ain't that. But you're still steady talk about the late greats. So the fighters of the this and the fighters of that era, yeah, them niggas got losses. But in this era, if a black fighter gets a loss, oh, he ain't shit. This and that. So when you look at a fighter who has a bad performance or a loss, that kind of shit does happen. I did not expect. I did not go into the fight expecting any fireworks from Devin. I felt that it would be cautious. And like I said, I expected him to make the fight extremely boring so he can take control and find his confidence. That's how he found his confidence. That's how you find your confidence. We saw it when they do it with other fighters. AJ as a big example. They gave AJ straight up tomato cans after bad performances and getting knocked out. And then all these AJ fans, AJ back, bro. AJ back, yo. Don't do this, don't do that. Shakur coming off a hand injury. You had 3 legitimate fighters you could have went after.
Y'all want to come
you
on
went
the
after
panel,
the weakest nigga. You went after the weakest.
If y'all on my
nigga.
side, y'all click that
And
link.
then he went after the weakest nigga, and then he got his victory, and everybody talking like Shakur's a world beater all over again.
Who was the weakest nigga? AC. Let's clarify that.
Joe, who was the weakest nigga? Patty.
Yeah.
A nigga named Patty.
He didn't pick him. I knew you was going there. He didn't pick him.
Hold on.
Bills, go the fuck on with that.
Hold on.
Niggas be.
That was a two-day notice, man.
Hold on.
Right.
Give me what you want.
Let's go.
All right. Not even an hour in. I'm finished talking real box. What's up with Tank, y'all?
Oh shit! What is up with Tank?
Nigga,
He locked in.
Talk about what you want.
Yo! I spoke on it in the chat. It was half. I was half joking. It was tongue in cheek, but I said, what I say, main topic of the conversation. Tank really pussy don't want no confrontation, meaning you don't want that rematch. You don't want to, because if he arguably lost the first one and then he take an outright L on the second one, I don't want to say he done, but to AC's point, that's going to be a major blemish on him from the boxing fans.
Black boxing fans, it ain't gonna carry over to Asians. Look at Asians, look at Europeans. They fighters take losses, and them niggas is behind them 1,000%. Like, yeah, he'll come back, just like a Knick fan. These other fans that follow boxing are like New York Knick fans.
It's just casual. It's casual fans that do that. AC. We like. I mean, we didn't do that with Roy Jones.
Bills. Are you high?
We didn't do that with Roy Jones.
Because listen. You don't have to be a casual fan to say Roy took a loss and I want to see Roy come back. You don't have to be a casual fan to say, yeah, Ali
I'm talking about you saying
Ali come back. I mean,
no, what I'm saying is what you saying is we throw away our fighters. That's only these motherfucking new motherfuckers.
No, that's some of these content creators. That's some of you fans. You had a dude just here the other day because Devin Haney had a bad performance. Dude just talking about he should retire.
AC, who hurt you, man?
Did that just not happen?
Hey, Smoke. Hey, hold on. Let me say something to Smoke real quick. Smoke, I thought we was doing it differently.
What?
I thought it was being done differently. I thought you was gonna cook on you, put it in the title, and then cook on it, and then we was gonna talk about it. That.
There was another topic that kind of overstepped that, which is the slick black fighter and the rule and shit that I have been talking about, like this running rule that this nigga wants to try to implement. That sounds kind of good, but that was may hurt a couple, people's feelings. just being real with you, like it depends on who you're saying. So now that you know everybody, and it took forever for everybody to fucking get here. Now let me see. I started. If you didn't notice, like 5 minutes ago, I was counting, and I was like, okay, there's enough haters in here, so they can just shoot. Yeah.
Hold on. Who the haters? Who the haters?
Everybody haters to smoke, man. Everybody haters. Look,
there's enough, right? Like okay, cool.
Name the names.
I want to
name the names.
But you know the reason why I said that because you were supposed to touch on the situation.
As a matter of fact, my fault. Hey, Stay Dangerous, what's good, bro? I think this might be your first time in my joint, but you know we've been kicking it for a minute. What's good?
Not much, Pam. How you got? What you got going?
We was talking some shit that like could be implemented in the boxing, but now that there's enough people here, they shot it and shoot shit at Tank. Free shot.
Yeah.
I've
been listening, and I was hearing what they were saying about Devin, about his performance. But I mean, shit. Like literally, CompuBox got Tank as throwing the least amount of punches out of all them niggas per fight. Like, I mean, that's to start off. And two, I came to a conclusion about this shit, bro. Devin can't win for he can't win for losing, bro. Because like at a point of time, Devin was a knockout artist, winning knockout out of year and all this other shit. And motherfuckers was going around saying Devin needs to box more. He needs to throw more jabs. So when he stepped this competition up and he started doing just that, boxing, instead of trying to fight a motherfucker, now he's not knocking anybody out. Now, bro, you know what it is, bro? Devin is that nigga on that nad, bro. Devin is the nigga on the nad, and niggas don't like that shit. It's simple and plain, bro. Like, the nigga can't win for losing. But Tank, on the other hand, this zesty coon ass nigga ain't doing shit but making fucking excuses and getting his nails painted.
See, I think that's a little bit you got it. Y'all got it, man. I guess I'm one of the haters. I qualify myself as one of the haters because I just want to see the rematch, but it is what it is.
Oh no, we can talk about it. What is it?
No, champ. I was telling Pop that Tank don't want the Roach rematch.
Tank, whatever you want to say about Tank, get it off your chest. Well, yeah.
Stay dangerous. Stay dangerous. How you feel about the rematch?
You said Tank wants the Roach rematch?
No, I say you don't.
No, it don't. It ain't signed.
And either A side. There you go. That's it.
Shit,
If
you wanted to activate, if you wanted to demand that, shit would be in motion. You're trying to move on to some lighter touches.
Damn, Blue, we ain't gotta say nothing.
Well, motherfuckers don't.
But this is what it was supposed to be, though. I was trying to get him to do a whole show on this.
What you can't argue is Jake Paul and Tank Davis fell through after he got that draw. They had to renegotiate, and he renegotiated and signed another contract. So the nigga don't want to fight Lamont Roach. Simple and plain.
Hey, pop off. It's your turn.
Nope, not my time to pop off. I ain't heard
everybody. Pop, you supposed
to. Okay. I wanted to rebuttal because me and
what you want? You want me to engage?
Me and Dangerous was laying the shit out. I want to hear other side.
Yeah, you were supposed to give your assessment on it.
My assessment on it? I ain't been.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, bro, scared of Lamont Roach. I'm not saying he don't want.
All that, like, who said who gonna sign what, when, where, why, and who told you niggas that shit?
Who said what?
Did Jake Paul, Tank Davis? Who told y'all that shit? I just gotta know.
Jake Paul said that was absolutely a thing.
Yeah.
He said after the fight.
Steven Espinosa said it. Y'all will believe.
But no, forget Steven Espinosa. Jake Paul said this out of his mouth. This was not a quote.
And let me just ask the question: does Jake Paul say a lot of stupid shit to hype up what he's doing, or is he always
what you talking
factual?
about? Talking about saying a lot of stupid shit, hyping what he's doing. Jake Paul ain't never said, "Hey, I'm fighting this nigga," and then want a contract being sent.
I didn't hear what you said because you started like you tried to put a little.
I said Jake Paul ain't never said, "Hey, I'm fighting this person," and there was no contract being sent.
Oh, but Jake Paul told us he was going to do this, he was going to do that. He went
like
all
what?
out to act like he was going to fight the real Black Slick fighter, and then he
Like who?
what do you mean like who? I'm telling you who it is, and you're asking me like who. You got to listen sometimes first before you're ready to react, because you're not responding to me, you're reacting to me. So this is where I've always said, like, listen, sometimes it's best to listen so you can respond instead of just reacting to what someone said. That's where we say people get in their feelings, because they start reacting and not listening. But my point with this, he was supposed to fight a slick black fighter, Rockman or whatever it is. Let this ambulance go by.
Junior.
He fought Mike Tyson. The Invictus.
Mike Tyson compared to the young fighter that was there, and saying like, look, there was rumors going around allegedly that he wanted him to sign out a no knockout clause or whatever. Okay, if that's true, it's true. If it's not, I wasn't in the contract. I don't know how true that is. You feel what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is this: is you're talking about a guy who is his career and everything he's built is on the basis of the perception of saying, yeah, this is who I am. These are the big stunts that I get involved in. You know, this is the stupid shit that I do. When it comes down to serious boxing, I know you niggas on this panel is not trying to talk to me about Jake Paul being a serious fighter and saying he fights serious fights. That's why we should be taking this Tank thing mad serious.
But like, he paying the money and it's sanctioned. So that's a serious fight, man.
Yeah, all right, man. This is a serious fight. Okay.
Hold up. Flag on the play.
Is that fight too?
Is that Buzz Stop Canelo? Flag on the play?
No, that's Bills, man. That's me.
Okay. Man, I mean, you be tripping sometimes, man, but I got love for you. No, Jake Paul ain't no serious fighter. Come on, what are we talking about, man?
So why are we talking about him in a serious fashion? Like that's the one dude that I say I don't pay for shit like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Nice.
That's not something for me, being a boxing fan, I even entertain. You feel what I'm saying? I don't even entertain those conversations because that's not what these real fighters are gonna do. And despite the fact that some of these dudes on this panel are trying to say, well, yeah, that's what was really gonna happen. That's facts. That's this. That's that. Yeah, okay. We seen plenty of fights that were supposed to happen, but they did not make it to the ring walk. For whatever reasons you want to believe. So when it comes down to Jake Paul or whatever, let's just please leave that bullshit out. That's not a topic of conversation to really be having between real boxing fans.
AC, I agree. You know, don't nobody want to see Jake Paul and damn Tank. I want to see Shakur and Tank, man. Come on, man. He can't run no more, man.
And can't nobody sit there and I'm trying to find a proof, or I've been in the background looking for articles that say Tank don't want to fight Lamont Roach in the rematch. I'm trying to find that information.
No damn contract.
What the fuck?
It's in the contract.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
you can, homie,
that's ridiculous. That's like, yo. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's ridiculous, homie. That's like me getting offered a job and you say, well, I ain't got no evidence, ain't no article say you don't want to take the job, but if I don't sign on the dotted line, obviously I don't want it. Come on, we can infer logically what the fuck the nigga is feeling. We can't just come on, man.
Come on. Infer logically how someone.
Yes, if you don't take action, I'll look at actions over words.
He was already a clause in the first one.
Now this nigga want to infer. How you going to infer? You love to infer when it come to Tank.
It was a clause in the first one.
Hey, with anybody, I gave a different example, nigga.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Come on,
that's not even how PBC work. That's not even how PBC rock. Y'all know they come out. They come out with their promotions and they roll that shit out when they roll it out. Cut the bullshit.
Bro,
cut the bullshit.
At the post-fight press conference, Tank Davis said he's not fighting him next.
Cut the bullshit, man.
I didn't hear what the last dude said. Tank said what?
But he said he's not fighting him next because Jake Paul said he wasn't doing it.
He will fight Lamont Roach again, but he don't know when. It's not going to be next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's
well, I didn't peep that. See how I adjust my opinion based on new information? I beholding the one narrative like y'all niggas riding with the nigga if you do wrong or right. I'm gonna adjust.
Exactly.
Okay, I didn't know he said that. I didn't see
Exactly,
the
bro.
press conference, so okay,
Exactly.
I can
bro.
respect that.
But the whole point, let me
That's
say
the
this,
same.
but Jake Paul is the one that came out and said, so this is what I'm kind of getting tired of hearing. Jake Paul, so, Jake Paul can be credible for certain things, but now he's not credible because he's saying that he's going to fight Tank, and that fight was expected. You know what I'm saying? But he's got to fight Lamont Roach first. So what I'm saying is that are people going to sit there and dismiss that and act like he didn't say that and that holds no water?
Brody, I
That
said that
means
shit
nothing.
earlier, and he told me that Jake Paul said a lot of shit. I said that shit earlier.
See, that's bullshit. Because why would Jake Paul have to come out there and lie like that? You know what I'm saying? Like he could be lying. He could be fucking lying. But
Bro,
on the other hand,
Jake Paul just sold 20 fucking million pay-per-view. He is the super A-side to Tank, bro. He ain't got no reason to lie on this nigga.
He ain't got no fucking, he ain't clout chasing off a Tank. He don't give a fuck. He put that shit up there when Tank lost, when Tank was doing his thing. He put that shit up there, clowning Tank. With
They ain't lying, AC. They ain't lying, AC.
So I mean, what the
why
fuck?
you
Well, that's his
lying?
point, Blue.
Because this whole argument again is goofy as fuck. This whole argument
But
again
it could be
is
goofy to
as
you,
fuck.
but it's
No,
a real
nigga,
argument
you
though.
goofy as fuck, apparently.
Hey, so it's a real
Bro,
argument
I'm
though.
saying
It
an
could be
argument. I
goofy
didn't
to
call
you,
you goofy, homie. Be easy.
but
Keep it boxing.
but check it out. Check it out.
Keep it boxing, nigga. I'm
It,
dead
it
ass.
can be goofy. It can be goofy to people, but that doesn't change the scenario. It's happening. You see what I'm saying?
But
So
it's
if
not
Jake Paul,
happening because don't nobody know it's happening. You can't sit there and say definitively this is happening. No one knows.
Let me respond, please. Let me respond.
What the fuck
So
is
I'm
you
gonna say
niggas
this.
talking about?
I'm gonna say this. Hold on. So hold on. Hold on. So what you're saying basically is this, that it's not definitive, but it is. Let's say Lamont Roach, he fight goddamn it, Tank fights Lamont Roach, he wins. Then the announcement makes it real, and then all of a sudden, oh, Jake Paul was right. All he had to do was just get his fight over with, and now Jake Paul's fighting fucking Tank.
Oh, y'all waiting for
Radio
me?
silence. What's going on? What happened?
Waiting for me? Y'all waiting for me?
No response.
Oh,
Niggas was hypey 2 seconds ago. Now he's silent.
No, I don't have no response. I don't feel like responding just yet. Keep going. You can't make me respond.
I'm going off what this nigga said out of his mouth.
You can't make me respond.
Exactly. Go ahead.
I'm going off strictly what this nigga said out of his mouth.
I haven't heard shit thing. That's like, and that's what, like, just to, as if I was a defense lawyer.
I'm telling you what.
Hold on, AC. If I was a defense lawyer, from what all you motherfuckers are saying, and what y'all are saying about what somebody else said, and this person and that person, about
gonna plead the fifth.
I ain't gotta plead the fifth, nothing. The person that all y'all talking about hasn't been seen or heard from. So
yeah,
what y'all saying about you? When last time you seen or heard from Tank?
Bro, Tank said
he's negotiating right now.
He said in the post-fight press conference.
I just asked anybody.
I'm trying to tell you.
When? It's a quick question. When?
In the post-fight press conference, immediately after the fight, nigga. Immediately.
So the last time you heard from Tank was when?
Bro,
he said it.
I just told you.
After the press conference, the fight was when? Like, I drink and smoke a lot. Like,
But why does that? Why was it matter when the fight was? It's his words. It's his words. Just because if a nigga said he gay in 2002 and in 2025, it's the same thing. It don't matter when the nigga said it. He said it.
Can I just interject a little bit of fact here?
Being gay in business is a thing, bro. You went on that shit right there.
Hey, listen.
Listen. I don't think you qualified to talk.
Man, you know exactly what I'm saying, bro. Cut the shit, bro. The nigga said it, Pop. The nigga said it. It don't matter when the nigga said it. The nigga said it.
Listen.
Damn, goddamn, that nigga went from he talking about nigga being gay to just some business. Business change all the time. Being gay don't
what would change the biscuit? The only two fights the nigga got on.
A woman can change being gay. Man can't change being gay. Like that shit you just said is different.
Bro, this nigga saying he got two fights left, bro.
Let me just say this.
Hey, y'all talking over each other, man. Y'all talking over each other.
A rematch between Tank Davis and Lamont Roach is set for June 21st, 2025 in Los Angeles. That's you got the who, the what, the where, the when, the why.
I said that a long time ago.
And the how. So what the fuck is we talking about?
I said that a long time ago.
To do a rematch.
It was already in the contract.
Yeah,
who the fuck is scared to do a rematch?
Yeah,
not you niggas because you don't create content. You just
AC
shit.
AC, who posted that?
Who the
What's the source?
He's scared? I didn't say shit about being scared. You weird.
Ain't nobody
Hold on. What was that again? Was it the promotional company?
What you?
Ain't nobody said
PBC?
nobody being scared. We just let you niggas talk. We just let you niggas talk. That's all we did. Because the nigga that y'all talking about, hold on, man. All y'all just keep talking. I ain't say shit for a while. Had my leg propped up, been smoking weed, and I done done some other shit. Bro, listen. The nigga y'all talking about ain't spoke on shit. Everybody else is talking.
The nigga who he's fighting spoke though.
He don't know nothing, nigga. He
Tank
actually did
say something. Tank actually did say something about it.
What did he say?
He said that he go do it. He said he go do it.
So like everything up here I've been hearing. I said so everything we've been hearing, like I ain't said nothing. So all the bashing and all this other shit, he ain't gonna fight him. He was gonna do this. He ain't gonna do that. Tank, you actually heard, and for the record, T don't really fuck with Tank like that. T one of the niggas that be pissing Tank off on goddamn Twitter and have him damn delete shit. True, honest with you. You heard him say he was gonna do what?
This was like a week after the fight. He ain't say nothing in a minute, but first
well,
of all,
that's what I was getting ready to say too. I said that was a while ago. We talk about right now, and there's new information that came out, but it doesn't mean it's true. It
said anything, bro.
Hold on. It was supposed to be it said the fight might be pushed back to August because they haven't finalized. They haven't came to an agreement on what the pay is or something like that.
That seems more accurate to me because I ain't heard it from the promotional company. I count on. Hold on. I've been quiet for a little second. Let me get my little 5 seconds in. If I don't hear it from the promotional company or the fighter himself, it's just hearsay. I got it.
That June date was set originally. That was the original date if he was the fucking loser because there's a rematch clause in the shit regardless. Now that the shit actually happened and then he didn't do nothing about like sending no contract or fucking reinstating the rematch that it was Tank Davis's rematch clause. Lamont Roach didn't have a rematch clause. And because he was expecting to beat this man and go fight Jake Paul, they had to redo all of that shit because he fucked up the money. He said it out of his mouth.
Cool. How does that do Tank any justice or anything?
It don't do him no justice, Pop. I'm saying this is his fault. Everything is on his say so. He can say right now, Lamont Roach, I'm not fighting you right now. I'm finna whoop Jake Paul ass, and then I'll fight you on this day. He can say, Jake Paul, you have to wait real quick. I'm finna have to run this shit back with Lamont Roach. After I knock his ass out, I'll whoop on your ass later. But he not saying none of that.
That's what Jake Paul just said. I just watched it. Jake Paul said he's got to fight.
Yeah, Pop. But that's
so Jake Paul.
That's what
Jake Paul's making him stand on his square,
hold on. I said that shit earlier, and motherfuckers was telling me Jake Paul say a lot of shit.
Yeah, and I said it. Don't say motherfucker. I said it. Now,
nigga, I don't know your fucking name. Niggas don't come at me like you tough, weird ass nigga.
Let me keep it a bean. You got the WBA just to get at CJ's point. You got the WBA, World Boxing Association, mandated a fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm saying you're mandated. There's plenty of information that I could Google and find, just the simple Googles to find that, that this fight looks like it's happening, but I can't find nothing that's telling me what y'all saying. He ducked, he's scared, he about to do this, he about to do that.
Nobody say he's scared.
Yes, they did.
No, we didn't say.
Yes, they
we
did.
I
didn't say
said
that.
Yes, they
it.
did.
I
Yes,
said
they
it.
did.
I said it, and I'm gonna
See, there
stand
you
on it
go.
because he didn't sign the contract.
That's
So let me
why. That's
respond to
why
that.
I
Since
fucks with CJ.
no, no, hold on.
CJ
Since that's aimed at me, let me address your point. I said it, and we all know mandated fights don't go down all the motherfucking time. It's about the
I
business.
said if it
It's
goes
about
down.
that paper.
I made that caveat in it. I said if it goes.
You
through,
said
right
it
now,
looked like it's about to go down. You trying to imply that I'm off base because the nigga ain't
because I
signed the
could
contract
Google.
yet.
Okay, I'll let you speak. I don't want to talk over your.
No. That's all I had to say. I ain't off base. He didn't sign the contract yet. Again, I go by people's actions, not their words. You know that.
Wow, that's amazing. You would say that. That is amazing. You would say that. But I'm not. I'll move on to another point. But I'm gonna hold you accountable to that.
Please
point
address
right
it.
there,
I'm done.
CJ.
I ain't a
because
man.
then it's a whole nother
I'm not the fucking. I'm not the
it's-
one to get up here and just
It's a whole
spit a
nother
soliloquy.
conversation. It's a
I
whole
don't
nother
spit a soliloquy,
conversation.
champ. You got it.
But basically,
Respond to
I'm
what I
saying,
said. Don't move on. Don't move on. Address what I said.
nah, I can't. Yo, listen, we talking about something else. I'm just gonna hold you accountable when it's time to hold you
Hey,
accountable
this is Murderous
to
Row, right?
that
Okay.
same thing. No,
Yeah,
like
I thought it was
said, I'm
Sunday.
gonna hold him because
Yeah.
we're
Hey, this
already
is
on one
Murderous Row.
topic.
Slay that
I
nigga,
don't
boy.
want
Slay that nigga,
I
CJ.
don't want to move
Wait,
the
Hey,
another
goalposts and then be
another
accounted
thing.
and
What's
then
the
be
topic?
told. Let me finish. I don't want to move the goalposts and then be told, "Oh, you just moved the goalposts because we was just talking about this guy and then you want to bring up this guy." No, I said
If you can
I'm
bring
gonna
up an
hold him
example
accountable
why I
for that.
contradicted what I just said, I'm all ears, and I'll say, "Damn,
Yeah,
you got me there."
spin the
That's all I'm
block
gonna
and come
do.
on back. Spin the block. Spin
Let's
the
go.
block on
Okay,
that
so
ass.
I'll
That's what
spin
we're
the
gonna do.
block. I will spin the block. I will spin the block on that. But right now, what I'm saying is this.
No, you ain't got no example. You're just waiting for me to slip
Exactly.
up
He
in the
don't.
future.
There is no
You waiting for
I
me to
can
slip up
Google
down the road because you
There
know
is
situations.
no
you can't come
example.
back
I
from
can
that, champ.
Google
You know you
Listen,
ain't got it.
CJ. All right. See, you want to make me do it. Listen, every time you fucking talk about Shakur and how Tank's supposed to duck Shakur, you're not doing what you just said you do. Because the reality of it is, you watch what that man said and watch what the fuck he do. It ain't the same. This is why Pop just did a show on a man being fucking delusional, and that's what that means. You keep saying shit, but that's not the shit you doing.
What does that got to do with Tank not doing anything?
Again, see, didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say somebody was gonna say what I just
Nigga,
what
because
this
you
dude
fucking
just did?
going on, you acting like you giving that your
Didn't I
goddamn.
just say that?
Bro, don't nobody
Wow,
care
money,
about your goddamn thesis statement, bro.
you are,
We don't
bro,
care about that shit, bro.
yo, listen, thank you
Bro,
for
just
being
answer
that
the
guy.
damn question, bro.
Thank you for being that guy. I just said if I
No, you
move on
being
and
that
say
guy,
it,
you coming
it's
in this
gonna
bitch
be
trying
what
to
it is.
downplay
And
what
now the
motherfuckers
dude
saying.
just want to talk
Bro,
over me.
you trying to
He just
downplay
want
what
to
people
argue
saying
like we in
because
a
you think you
relationship.
smarter than everybody in this bitch, and I guarantee you are not. Bro, don't nobody want to hear that shit,
Bro, I
dog.
don't
Just
talk to
answer the
nobody
fucking
like that.
question.
So relax yourself.
Man,
Relax
answer the damn
yourself.
question, man. Answer the man
Relax
question.
yourself.
Can you answer the man question?
Relax yourself.
Exactly. He can't answer
Relax
your question,
yourself.
bro,
If
because
you
there's no
shut the
answer to
fuck
that
up,
shit.
if you shut your bitch ass the fuck up, maybe I
Bro,
will.
if you were standing in front of me, I will
I'd
put you on
smack the
soup
shit
for
out
6
of you.
months.
That's what I
Bro,
happen.
you are full of shit. Okay,
That's
I'll
what
give
I
you my
happen, you
address right
pussy.
now. I'll give you
Yo,
my
Pop,
address right
I don't
now.
want to disrupt your show, bro.
I'll
This
give you the
nigga's all
address
in his
right now. Fuck
feelings.
all that. You talking
He all
pussy.
in his feelings,
Man,
bro.
I'll slap you
Go
in front of
ahead.
your shit and slap your bitch on the ass. Nigga, fuck is you
All right,
talking
nigga,
about?
that's where you get
Fuck is you
killed,
talking
dude. That's
about,
where you
nigga?
get killed. That's where
Man,
you get killed,
okay.
nigga.
Like I just
That's where you
said,
get killed. I'm
I'm
telling you,
finna
that's
shoot
why
the
I
address.
promise you, you'd be a dead nigga. We'd be
And
talking about black on black.
I'll do it and slap you
For
again,
real.
bitch boy.
And then I put my dick in your bitch's mouth and then butt fuck
And
your
guess
mother.
what? Guess what?
And then
Guess
butt
what?
fuck
Guess
your
what?
mother.
A nigga like
And
me
then
don't
butt
give a
fuck your
fuck,
mother.
nigga.
Then
You
I
ain't
butt
gonna.
fuck
You
your
just
mother,
talking.
pussy. So
You
shut
just
the
talking.
fuck up and keep
You
it
gonna
boxing,
come
clown.
to the Addy?
Keep
You
it
gonna come to
boxing,
the Addy?
homie. Keep it boxing because
You gonna
I'm
come to the
telling
Addy?
you. Hey, listen. You don't want to know where I'm at. You
Do
don't
you
want
wanna?
to know
Is
where
you
I'm
gonna come to the Addy?
at. Like, why would I come?
Y'all good, man? I stepped away. I don't know what the hell y'all niggas doing.
Yo, I needed that music. I needed a little timeout. God damn, that shit got heated, and I didn't even get
Hey,
Oh, because this weird ass nigga. Now, one time that I called this nigga pussy, he mad because he can't answer this nigga question. Come to the attic. I ain't got time to do all that shit, nigga. Come to the attic, nigga.
Oh man, nigga can't make it there, man. Listen, if you talk, listen, man. That's a y'all niggas ain't even gonna be mad after that goddamn shit that y'all said by the time he get there.
I'm still not mad, but I just told him what I will do, and that's what I will do. I'm not mad.
I thought niggas was in the same vicinity or something, like niggas see something. Nah, ain't nothing. Listen, this is funny. I don't even want to talk about Tank no goddamn more. This is y'all gonna goddamn do.
You was the one. Hey, Pop. In all fairness, she was the one playing double dutch. She was like, "Nah, I'll hop in later. Then the shit got too hot.
What you want me?
No. Swinging them ropes too fast.
No. Here's the thing. This ain't me.
No, this nigga can't take Tank dick out his mouth 2 seconds without getting in his fucking feelings.
Yo.
Show a nigga.
No bugging.
What is you talking about, nigga?
Seriously,
and I'm like this in real life, nigga.
This is, who blame? You blame
I'm like this in real life.
Hey, this is my fault because this is my fault. Yeah, it's my fault. It's my fault because I made people stand on.
You're not supposed. Listen, bro. Here's the thing: when you create content, right? I don't know how many of y'all actually do it, but Tino, you don't actually talk about Tank like that until he starts talking. So everything else is speculation. So you can blame Blue Hustle for this, and you can blame Flag on the play Bills for this. You can blame the Steiner brothers. Don't blame the Splash brothers. Blame the Steiner brothers because they was
nigga,
like,
you better hold yourself accountable right now. Nah, hell nah. You chose to do a light push of talking about Tank instead of coming out there and bringing it to the level about the whole topic.
I didn't want to let me finish. Now listen.
The way these niggas crying is the same way Tank cried, bro.
I ain't said nothing.
Exactly, bro.
Cool. I haven't said it's cool.
The way these niggas,
the way Tank Splash brothers, right? Listen, it's cool for Bills to call us the Splash brothers, but the Steiner brothers know what they wanted. So I was like, "Oh, y'all niggas just want to come up here and bash Tank, right?" So
I ain't saying that.
No, yes you did. Hold on, Trey, wait. If this was a bash Tank, they saying I ain't saying that. Bullshit. Spoke to you niggas. This is hold your fighter accountable. So we sitting here. So when y'all say certain shit, I can't. If it's actually true, you got proof. I ain't saying nothing about it. So
the same way
this wasn't a goddamn jump on Tank and step on his neck.
He got y'all.
Don't act like this wasn't one of them.
Same way that bitch ass
I ain't saying that. Keep going.
His fans cry. And that's on God. That's why
I just don't like to be truly honest with you. I don't think niggas need to be dropping locations.
That's on God.
Talking about
Tank. We ain't got to fight that nigga for real, because that nigga cried too much. That nigga want too much of this and too much of that. That nigga want attention like a bitch. And that's really why we ain't got that fight. If niggas want to know what's up for real, the nigga cried like a real hoe.
I didn't hear nothing you said, but what'd you say? You talking about fight with
that nigga cried. The nigga Tank cries like a real bitch. Just like his fans. That's why these niggas come on here and act like that. That nigga Tank is a hoe in real life.
Talk to him, boom.
The fuck, bro? Nigga, I know I done seen these niggas in real life, bro. I'm a boxer myself, bro. These niggas is not what y'all think. Y'all gotta stop mixing that shit with boxing, bro. I'm dead ass. Like that shit some hoe shit for real. And all that shit, all that tough ass shit, bro. We just be here for debating and shit. All that tough guy shit, get out of here with that, bro. Like that shit weak for real. But back to what I was saying, that Tank nigga,
I ain't faking the funk for nobody. I don't press nobody to oppress,
bro. But we don't do that here, bro. We don't do that here,
bro. I ain't press nobody to oppress, bro. I probably been around longer than you, homie.
That's cool, but like I said, homie, we don't do that here. I'm not gonna repeat myself,
you to tell me what we do here. You don't run shit.
There you go, start.
I'm not
see another one. Back to boxing,
that, bro. But you're not about to disrespect nobody either, bro.
I didn't disrespect nobody.
You could debate how you debate, but putting your address and doing all that shit corny.
Yeah, that addy shit.
That fight for free.
Man, like
Come
I
on, gang.
said, niggas talking about what they will and won't do until something like that pop off. Until a nigga like that a nigga that really will do what he's saying do, say something like that.
So Tank got you sending your address out to niggas?
But I
So
didn't
Tank got you sending
That's
your
my
address out to
point,
niggas?
bro.
none of you niggas. I didn't disrespect none of you niggas. We was talking
But
about
I'm just
boxing.
saying, bro, Tank got you sending
I
your
didn't
address out to
disrespect
niggas,
none
bro.
of you
That's
niggas,
corny.
bro.
Yes, you
We
did,
was talking
homie.
about boxing.
Bro, you've been
Then niggas come out
disrespectful.
of their mouth talking about
You've been
Who is that?
disrespectful, homie.
and I tell you what our nigga will
Ah,
actually do.
damn, what I
Bro,
come
Well,
walk
It
back
is what it
into,
is.
you've been
man? What's going
disrespectful.
on?
You've been disrespectful. You've been disrespectful.
Hey, see, shut up, bro. You old as hell, man. I ain't finna do this with you, bro.
That don't matter. I still got the heart of a lion. I'm 56 and still knock niggas out, bro.
Nigga, you
That don't mean
56.
nothing
Be
to me.
quiet. Stop talking to me, bro.
That
Is that
don't
this
mean
Dave
nothing to
Dangerous
me.
nigga talking?
That don't
Bro,
mean
stop
nothing to
talking.
me. That means I got 56 of real hard life experience, homie.
Congratulations, bro.
So you need to relax yourself. That's why
Hey,
I'm trying to tell you something. That's why I've been trying to say keep it boxing. Take it down 1,000. Take the bass
Yeah,
out your
bro.
voice.
That shit's
We just
soft.
trying to have a
I
conversation.
don't want to hear all that, bro. You was just
Then why is
coming
you
at me
on
sideways
this panel
because I
then?
disagree
Why
with
are
you, bro.
you here? We're trying
You
to
did
have
that
a
because
boxing
I disagree
conversation.
with you, bro.
I don't
Yo,
have
this
to
shit.
always agree with you. Yo, listen.
Bro,
I done had beef.
you did
I
all
done
that.
had beef
You
with
did
plenty
all
of
of that
people.
because I
And at the
disagree
end of the
with
day,
you, bro.
we can
Come
still
on,
talk
fellas.
boxing.
Come on,
You soft
fellas.
for
God
real, bro. You
damn, bro. This
soft just
just
yeah.
like
turned
that
into the
nigga
H
Tank,
Money
bro. If
show
I'm,
over here,
hey
bro.
man,
Y'all
how I
turning
feel
this shit
about
to
it,
the
you
H Money
soft just
show.
like that nigga
No,
Tank.
I'm just trying to
You
explain to
soft just
homie
like
that
that nigga
listen,
Tank.
I
That's
done
how I
had
feel.
Hey,
arguments with people and we can still talk
That's real
boxing.
shit. You soft
We
just
can
like that
still
nigga.
talk
You and the
boxing,
rest of
bro.
the Tank fans.
You
You soft
taking
just
it
like
Who the
that
fuck
nigga
is
in
a
personal.
real
Tank
life,
fan?
bro.
You taking it personal in your
Who
feelings.
the fuck is a Tank? I'm not a
Nigga,
Tank Davis
niggas talk shit
fan.
about
Trust
Bud
me,
and Shakur all the
and
time,
it
and I
ain't
don't
shit.
act like
And it
that.
ain't
What
what
the
it's
fuck,
talking
bro?
about over here. For real,
Niggas
bro.
talk shit
So,
about I'm a diehard Shakur and Bud fan, and nigga, every time they talk shit, I don't act like that, nigga. Bro, you corny, bro. And then this nigga just told you he 56. Obviously, you way younger. So
nigga,
obviously, nigga, come on,
didn't
bro.
I
Get off
just
that,
tell
bro.
him to
You're
chill the
corny.
fuck out?
No, bro, you corny, bro. The nigga AC done been under my skin many times, and I never acted like that. You're corny, bro. Like that, you ain't proving no points.
Well,
Sending
they
your
don't know
address
each
out,
other.
acting
Oh, hold
tough,
on,
bro.
hold
You
on.
sound like
Nah,
a bitch,
boo,
bro.
boo. You got a
It's
point, but they don't know each
2025,
other, so
bro.
that's why they feeling each other out. That's what it is.
But I'm just saying, it's
that makes
2025.
sense.
Niggas don't act like that when they see each other in real life. So I don't know why we doing this behind cameras. Come on, bro.
Plus, I mean, anybody that know AC, man, AC is the OG. You know
Man,
what
we
I'm
not
saying?
about to disrespect AC, bro.
I've been on AC for years.
Yeah, I'm not, bro. I know I've been knowing AC for two years, bro. We not about to sit here and disrespect AC, bro. Bro, what? Like, what
Nah,
are we doing?
listen. I don't mind chopping it up and getting chippy and all of that. You feel what I'm saying? Because sometimes
AC, me and you have debated crazy. We have called each other niggas and all kinds of shit, but we ain't never
But we
set each
don't,
other on act like, come on,
and
bro.
and
We're
here's
not
the
doing that
thing.
on this
Here's the
platform.
thing. I'm gonna address this because now it seems like the perfect time to address it. The situation that happened between me and Blue. If anybody ever heard me talk about it behind the scenes, I say that's an unfortunate situation because the two of us forgot to just respect each other's opinions at that basic level. And that's
Nigga,
where,
I'm
in my
not gonna
opinion,
force you to like my favorite fighter. If that's what
no,
y'all come on
I
here to
don't
do, then oh God,
listen.
you
We
weird.
don't have to we
But
don't have to
AC,
agree
I'm
on
gonna
who's
say this.
favorite
I
fighter.
will say this. That shit should have never happened, bro. And
Yeah, bro. That's why I
you
said
know
what I
that shit
said,
should have
bro.
never
And I'm gonna
happened.
stand on what I
And I
said.
didn't start that shit. You did. I just left it alone. That's what you have to understand.
All right,
You started that shit.
hold on.
Now
All right.
that's over with. That's over with. We could
That-
talk
Yeah.
boxing
Yeah, you
and we could,
squash it. You squash.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
so
keep that
God
shit. Hey,
damn,
that go for
bro.
any nigga. Hey, bro, put this
But
as
that's
one
a
of your
great
choice.
show
This
you got
boom boom
right now,
talking. Hold
Pop,
on,
because
AC. Hold on,
this
AC.
was
Hold on, AC.
something that happened that needed to be dealt
Hold
with.
on, AC. Hey, Smoke. Put this as your main, like, pin this shit. Hey, bro, for any nigga that come on this platform or show and think you gonna act a certain way, you gotta come see me, or you whatever you want to do, I'm on whatever y'all on type shit, bro. And I'm a boxer at heart. Like I fly out to gyms, I go places, yeah, so it can get like that. Don't be on here really trying to do that tough guy shit. I get you might not like that a nigga don't like your fighter. That's
Hey, both of y'all boxers though, by the
but
way.
oh God,
Like
Go
you
ahead.
wouldn't say
Hold
dangerous
on.
boxers, by the way.
Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
both y'all
we
boxers though.
linked in right now.
Yeah,
Go
both
ahead,
y'all
T. Go
boxers.
ahead.
yeah, no
Go
fuck
ahead.
that nigga a boxer.
Both
He
y'all
can't even go
boxers.
to
The
sleep.
nigga doing
Fuck.
too much of
Yeah,
this.
both of y'all boxers though.
A
This
nigga doing
Hold
too
on.
much
Hey,
of this.
hold on. Hey, dangerous.
And by the way,
Dangerous.
and
Man,
by the way,
hold on.
and
Dangerous.
by the way, that
Danger. Hold on. David, hold on. T, listen, T just said, let him talk real quick. So everybody, let T talk real quick.
Nah, shit, I don't got nothing to say, man. We was talking. Hey, we was having a good conversation. I blame Pop too, because Pop switched to Tank. We was really talking about
Yeah, and it wasn't supposed to be brought out like that.
Hey, look. And no, I'm blaming you, Pop. Pop had Jack conversation.
The whole show was supposed to be about Tank. It was supposed to be started off, fam.
Hold on, let you finish. Let's go ahead.
Your show. I'm blaming Pop. Go ahead, Pop.
All right. So listen, I got blame.
Pop.
All right, I'm gonna take the blame. No, it's like this, Pop. For one, I didn't know AC was fucking the age he was because I wouldn't have argued with him for real. First off, so I was wrong for arguing him with his age, with him.
That's the only reason I said something, bro.
Hold on.
Let me finish talking.
That's the only reason I'm saying, but that's the only reason I said something, bro. That's what. But I just want you to know that that's the only reason I said something.
Okay, you can address that after I finish talking, bro. But what I'm saying is this,
and then because y'all still gonna want to fight anyway.
What I'm saying is this. AC, I apologize, bro, because I did not know you were an elder. But you have to understand this. Just because I disagree with you, bro, not one time did I call you a bitch, not one time did I call you pussy, none of that. So I'm wrong for that, but you were wrong for calling me that, bro.
Okay, so
you can't control how people react to your disrespect, bro.
To be the bigger man, I apologize for stepping across that line.
You cool.
And we could keep it a bean on that all day. I appreciate the fact that you come up here and you standing on 10 and say, yo, listen, OG, I was wrong. Now, understand what I'm saying, bro. We all come from different hoods.
Yeah.
The severity of those hoods is different based on the police presence. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, bro, I stay trying to look at things and saying keep the same energy. I say keep the same energy. That's what I'm on, and I'm also on perception is reality. Me and my man Boom just went into a big debate over that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and we really got into it, bro.
But what you have to understand too is some people walk it like they talk it. And
you talking to one.
You
talking to one.
Listen to what I'm saying.
You talking to one, even at my age.
Damn, man, y'all gotta.
Can I finish saying what I'm saying, fool? What I'm saying is this. Some people don't just let this breeze straight over their shoulders, especially with people they don't know. One, Pop call me bitch ass nigga all the time, bro. That's how we talk. That's how we talk. No, I don't do this with him, bro. That's how we fucking talk.
Hey,
I don't know you, bro. I don't know you.
Can I say something real quick, man?
Yo, the conversation. I'm good with I'm good on this conversation.
Wait, before anybody else talk, because hold on, y'all, because like listen, this Sunday, it's the road, and I'm from the
that's why I said that.
This road. So, hey, Dangerous, how much you weigh?
Right now? 265, 270.
Oh, so you a heavyweight.
God damn.
Yeah, been one. And to let you know, that address I dropped is the boxing gym, homie. Ain't nothing tough around here but in the ring.
Okay, cool. I'm 210 right now.
I'm not talking about you,
man, bro.
Hey, bro. I'm not worried about you, gang. All I'm trying to let you know is why I addressed you. I put niggas. I'm on a knockout streak. I'm not worried about you, bro. I'm good. I'm not worried about. I'm on a knockout streak. I'm not worried about you.
Hey, listen. Hold on. All you
okay, bro. I'm not about to debate with you. You're at 275. I'm at 154.
I want the old niggas to shut up.
Bro, Smoke, I'm not about to debate with a nigga that's not even at my weight. I'm not even about to entertain this shit, bro. This nigga's not at 154. Then, fuck, bro. All I'm doing is letting you know you disrespected the nigga I fuck with as an elder. If you feel a way about it,
so look, can I say something real quick? Can I say something for a minute?
You're not about to be sending my people no address, nigga. That's my people. That's just like
Okay.
Fuck out of here.
Me and AC cool, like we just chopped it up. But you
okay, nigga, that's obvious, nigga. But me and you, I don't give no fuck to be cool, bro. Because you obviously don't understand what I'm trying to say to you, nigga.
Listen. Hey, Dangerous, listen.
You send the niggas an address that you know they not gonna be able to come to, bro. There's nothing tough about you. I'm not worried about you.
If you send me a boxing gym, I'll be there.
Man, you might want to start the countdown again, bro.
Yeah, I just want to say something real quick. Look, both of y'all fighters, man. And no matter what, you know what I'm saying? I understand that both of y'all standing on y'all square. But this is just we all just trying to, all cooling, just kumbaya on some real shit. And let's just keep it back on boxing, not on that street shit. You know what I'm saying? I understand that y'all bumping heads right now.
Don't even want to see me
fam, let me finish, please. Let me finish, please. Now, when I'm saying street shit, I'm saying how y'all talking right now is on some street shit. You ain't talking just boxing. So what I'm saying to you is this. Let's let that shit go because we understand. We have an understanding. And this is all we're doing, just getting to understand each other. This is Murderers Row. So now we need to move past that shit. And let's talk some boxing. We all got our point across, and let's move on, man. It ain't all that. No more pride now. No more pride right now.
You're absolutely right.
Now back
absolutely
to
right.
now, back
so
to,
let me get back to the first part of this shit, right? Because obviously Tank just leads to different shit. I ain't gonna talk about him no more. No more, bro. This is for real. This shit could have been worse if I was actually engaging with niggas, right? This is what I'm saying. So, this is what I'm saying. What do you think about that?
Tank.
The majority is tired of the slick black boxer.
That's. Hey, listen. When we first brought that up, it was legitimate arguments and great points that was being made when we was having that conversation. Now, you starting to see it. You starting to see it because, I love that point that Ohio made when he was like, look, they might be trying to line Brian Norman Jr. up over in Japan to have the first Japanese jump off, the first Japanese champion, welterweight champion history.
I'm back. My fault. My shit was fucked up, bro.
So at the end of the day, when you look at the dynamic and saying, all right, boxing is global, the slick black fighter, this may not be your era right now, but everything travels in circles and your era will come back again where people will want to see that slickness and not something that's just so robotic and, super technical. I want to see a little freestyle up in there. So slick black fighters are always going to have their place. Will they be at the top of the chart? Not all the time, bro. Not all the time.
Hey, y'all can hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
What's the energy like? Everything good? Everything cool?
Yeah.
It's good now.
Good, man.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Hey, Dangerous, you can hear me?
I don't know.
Yeah,
he fell off.
He fell off.
Yo, I want to reply to what AC said. I want to reply to AC. Piggyback on that. Yeah, I tend to agree with you. Shit, trends, everything from fashion, everything, music tend to go in a circle.
Man, this nigga
a cycle.
really dropped his address. Holy shit.
Okay, I ain't worried about
That's
that.
why I got.
Goddamn, y'all
the way I got, bro.
Y'all throwing me off. Hold on, man. I'm trying to talk this boxing shit. Damn, but I will say I'm gonna go lightweight conspiracy theorist on y'all. I think part of the reason that slick style, it don't gotta be a black, but that's synonymous with the African American fighter. So I'm gonna keep it real.
CJ, the slick black fighter.
Yo. Okay. Well, we address it like that since that is the phrase, the slick black fighter. That's what they that's the style, right? I think because
okay, go ahead.
Hold on.
I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead. That's what I'm saying.
Because the public is just getting dumber in general. They don't have the patience or like a appreciation for real skill or real, strategy. So they just want to see, I'm watching niggas fight. I just want to see somebody get knocked out. So I tend to lean that way. I mean, how many niggas play chess anymore? Niggas used to play chess in the park all the time. Just spend all day out there. But niggas don't want shit to test their brain. I mean, people in general when I say niggas. So yeah, they dumbing it down. So maybe that's part of the reason too. Y'all got it.
Hey, so let me address this. Hey, hold on. Let me address this. Let me address this real quick. The problem too, yo, if y'all notice, how do Tank act when he get in front of a camera? Let me just, some of y'all just say something. Like, how do y'all feel he acts when he's in front of a camera? tough, rugged. He tried to put on a different persona. He started talking different. You get what I'm saying? His fans, that shit has translated over to them. And that's why when we say this shit, now he's this slick back fighter. He's this and that. Tank don't even, what?
I don't. It's no. This as Tank.
When was he a slick back fighter?
Like, I don't know. I don't listen. He may be a slick. Like you could, like if you really know what you're talking about. Hold on. Let me say this, Bobo. If you know what you're talking about, yes, Tank is a slick black fighter. This is what you don't understand. What I'm saying is that they're tired of the slick black fighter. Is yeah.
Bro,
the motherfuckers start running and not engaging, they're gonna accumulate that shit, whether they're black or not.
Bro, Tank wants you to sit there in front of him, though, bro.
I'm not saying nothing about Tank. I'm not saying like when it comes to this shit. I said this shit like almost a year ago.
But I'm just trying to get you to understand that Tank not no slick black fighter, bro. Ain't nothing.
No, that got nothing to do with like
that nigga get hit, bro. That nigga get hit. How is he slick?
Like the Tank shit had something to do with like niggas wanted me to hold Tank accountable for some other shit. So and you see what that happened, that turned into some other shit. What I'm saying is that after the William Skull fight and some other shit, right? They want to try and put niggas that don't want to engage in the slick black fighter.
Nah, bro, they not gonna make no money, bro. Nah, bro.
Just saying. That's what they listen. I said it a year ago when Oshaki lost the belt.
They did that purposely so Kansei Sao could be something, bro. Because they kept giving them chances.
He old as fuck. He not gonna be nothing.
Yeah, bro.
Why would you? But listen, and then you turn around and put Oshaki and Kansei Sao on the damn Shakur fight, right? And then blame the Shakur. What did they do? What did they do with that shit? Show people walking out on the Shakur fight. I'm like, yo, these niggas are purposely trying to be like, yo, we're tired of the slick black fighter. To where if you don't engage enough, and then it just so happened, come this last weekend, that shit niggas spent so much money on entire weekend. The little Japanese motherfucker is the one that basically saved the day for us watching a fight. Because as much as you guys are boxers and you gotta do this, at a certain point in the fight, we want to see a fucking fight.
Hey, Pop, it's looked at. It's. I go even deeper. It's looked at differently when the black dude engage in the fight. They don't look at that the same way as if a dude who look like in new way engaged in the fight. Like I was saying earlier, I'm gonna give you an example. Devin Haney engaged in the fight against Ryan Garcia, and everybody killed him for his defense and his game plan.
You're right. Now that's a fact. That's a fact. They killed the fuck out of him for
when he don't engage in the fight, you're gonna kill him for not engaging in the fight. Yeah, the black fighter. Now I'm agreeing with you though, but the black fighter is looked at different regardless of how he fight.
Sure enough. We looked at, bro. Didn't I say y'all niggas? I don't know if y'all ever heard me. Listen, I say when black people, when the police look at us, we are not just regular human beings. We're like either DC comic characters or we're part of the Avengers. It's just black people are just superhuman. They don't look. We run faster than we supposed to. We jump fences we ain't supposed to. We just do shit that we ain't supposed to. It just is what it is. That's why they give us right to shoot us, because they think that we part of the Avengers. That's how I say the shit. So
well, bro, I'm gonna be real. If you go back down history line, the slick black fighter is like always fucked up boxing. Like in their eyes, in their point of view.
Everybody always say Floyd Mayweather fucked up boxing.
Bro, even before Floyd Mayweather, Brody, like check this out. Even before Floyd Mayweather, Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
They hated fucking Jack Johnson, bro.
Yeah, but Jack wasn't a slick black. I thought you was gonna say somebody.
But no,
like,
it was. But he was.
No, you can say Sugar Ray Robinson.
He was slick for the times.
AC, you can say Sugar Ray Robinson.
that's even later on. They hated Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah, they hated Robinson. They hated Ali. You get what I'm saying? When you look at like
don't
Jack
play
Johnson,
with me. I know who was slick back in that day.
I'm not saying you don't know who was slick, but Jack Johnson was even before them, bro. That was like early.
Yeah, no, I fucks with Jack Johnson because Jack Johnson was the person who brought pit bulls to America. You feel what I'm saying? After Jack Johnson had his pit bull, then the military picked up the pit bull for their mascot for that short period. But I fucks with Jack Johnson. I read his autobiography. I studied this.
I didn't even know he had an autobiography.
Jack Johnson got some shit out for sure.
Yeah, he got it. Check out his autobiography. This shit is deep, bro. This shit is crazy. Like he would drive into the towns, and 2 miles outside of the town, the sheriff and the mayor of that town would have a roadblock, especially for him. And they tell him, listen, if you win this fight, you see that tree right there, don't lynch your black ass from it.
My granddad used to tell me, I used to chop it up with my granddad, my great grandfather. He passed away when I was a little bit younger than what I am right now, but he was born in 1918, and we used to sit and talk about boxing, and he used to talk about how they tried to get him, they arrested him in the city he was born in. And they arrested Jack Johnson in the city that he was born in.
Like you could when Jack Johnson would train, he would show the slickness and shit like that. But when you really watch him fight, he was just down to business. Extremely basic. He was knocking motherfuckers out. And just that's what he wanted to do. Just get in, get out, so he can get the fuck up out of that. Yeah, so he could get the fuck up out of Dodge. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of the fights he never got paid for.
When you bring up Jack Johnson, you can't call Jack Johnson or Usain Bolt. On God, you can't. You could call Devin Haney that though for sure. You could
call him what?
Huh?
Call him what?
Usain Bolt.
Oh, nobody called him Usain Bolt. I called him Slick.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just using that as a terminology.
Yeah, you making a G trying to clown my dude.
But like, it's like this.
They have successfully made the slick black fighter a disrespectful term.
Like, yeah. So how is like being a slick black fighter disrespectful? I mean, I put it to you like this, bro. What weight class you in, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm at 154.
Okay, so you at 154. I put it to you like this. There's not many people at 154 and down who don't aspire to be a slick black fighter, bro.
Right.
Them motherfuckers fight flat-footed and fight how they fight because that's the only way they can fight, bro.
Why do you think so many white fighters go to black trainers? Because they want to learn that slickness. They want to learn what we call a slick black fighter is just a fighter with a very high IQ. So they make shit look slick. You feel what I'm saying? You could have that high IQ even as a young prospect, in my opinion, because you've been trained to see all the stuff that these other niggas ain't been trained for. So when you talking about where you are to where they are, yeah, you have a higher IQ. That's it. That's an amateur fighter that has a high IQ in an amateur. Then he's got to translate that into the pros. All that insight and shit like that he gained, he got to get that in the pros. So at the end of the day, I've always felt I've never felt the term slick black fighter was something that was derogatory. I've always felt that even though you had people like who was it, Howard Cosell, who tried to make, and Freddie Merchant and some of these dudes who tried to make it seem like it was something wrong with being slick because you're not engaging that way. Yes, the fuck I am. You just don't want the audience to see how sweet it is.
That's why they basically saying you're not engaging because you're not having a brawl with this nigga, or you not sitting here going back and forth with him. Like, I gotta do that.
Look at what they said about Sugar Ray. They said Sugar Ray was scared to engage because, you know, his pretty face and his mannerisms and shit. Like, come on, man. Ray Leonard was in the pocket fucking niggas up, man.
What people today fucking forget and they allude to slick black fighter just alluded to being on the back foot. Bro, there was plenty of slick black fighters that sat right in front of you that you couldn't fucking touch. Like, I mean, there's a bunch of them, bro. Just because you fight on the back foot, that's not what a slick
James Toney, Roy Jones. just to give you two perfect examples of two niggas that could stay right in the pocket and be slick as hell, especially James Toney.
Hey, that's what I was saying. That's what I was telling Smoke earlier. Me personally, I don't even label Devin Haney as a slick black fighter, man. I just label him as a very good boxer.
He fights on the back foot. He fights. He's a back foot fighter.
Yeah. But what I look at as slick is like a James Toney, or like today, Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer is slick. Like Shakur Stevenson is slick. I don't look at Devin Haney as slick.
I wouldn't even say Shakur is necessarily slick. Shakur is safe. Devin is safe. James Toney,
bro. I feel you when you say Devin safe. Devin safe.
James Toney wasn't necessarily so safe, bro.
Bro. Devin definitely.
Motherfuckers who try to be too slick, motherfuckers who have too big of an IQ get knocked out a lot of times, bro.
Hey, bro, listen though. Hold on. Let me fly this plane and land it to LA. Look, bro. I could agree when you say that Devin is a safe fighter because he always keep the phone on his ears. You know what I mean? He always running in circles. You know what I mean? He's always thinking about Josh Padley's and shit. So I can definitely agree with that. But when you speak on Shakur, it's like Shakur is defensive. He countering though. He's hitting back. He's not running all the way around the ring and then talking to his dad. That nigga is countering you, moving around you, hitting you in the body. You know what I mean? Devin is
no. I don't know what you mean, bro. Because I watched Shakur turn his back to a motherfucker who couldn't catch him.
No, bro. Everybody just AI played that AI picture shit and did all that. Niggas,
I don't know AI, bro.
Nah, bro. Niggas just seen Devin run a 1600.
Nah, that ain't got nothing to do with Shakur turning his back. Y'all ain't never seen
bro. Devin just ran a 1600. He just did 8 miles for us, my nigga. We just watched him do that on Broad TV.
He didn't turn his back.
Yeah, he did. He was running.
He did not turn his back. Not one time. Shakur literally turned his back.
You don't have to turn your back to be scared or be safe.
Bro, he turned his back from the dude.
Bro, that's not just one reason for why you're scared or safe. That nigga Devin was scared. He was bracing for his life.
No. See, what you're trying to do is you're trying to change it. What you
said, I'm not, bro. I'm just sitting here simply telling you that Devin was running to his dad. He begged his dad to take him out the ring the way he was fighting, bro. What do you mean?
Bro, what you said, what it sounds like a motherfucker. You not blaming the motherfucker who couldn't cut the ring off.
This nigga said he blamed. He told him he's begging his dad to get him out the ring, nigga.
He was, bro. He was scared of Jose Ramirez.
The motherfucker who couldn't cut the ring off.
Bro, what?
What do you mean?
Are you serious? Are you seriously saying that? So you're telling me right here, right now, that Devin Haney cuts the ring off way better than Shakur and this, that, and the third?
First off, that's not what I said. I said,
but that's what you're saying.
No, that's not what I said. I said
you just said.
You said Devin was running. I said, bro, you disregard the fact that the dude he was fighting couldn't cut the ring off at all. You didn't say nothing about that. It looks bad.
Bro, hold on. So you sitting here. So you're using. So you're sitting. So wait.
Hold
so
on,
you're sitting here.
Finish. It looked bad.
All right, go ahead, bro. I'm never gonna be able to counter back at you, bro. But go ahead.
Bro, it looked bad because dude was following him. If bro was cutting the ring off, they would have engaged more.
So Edwin De Los Santos was cutting the ring off?
No, he couldn't cut the ring off, but that
all right then. So what's the difference between Shakur turning his back and Devin running for 12 rounds? Because Shakur turned his back one time out of those 12 rounds.
Listen to what you're saying.
Bro, Devin ran for 12 rounds.
You're saying somebody using the ring and fighting on the back foot.
No, I'm not saying, bro. He was not using the ring when he begging his dad.
You're saying you can't get your shit off, but every time I say something, you say something.
Bro,
what I'm saying to you is this: what you trying to tell me is that a motherfucker fighting on their back foot and somebody and their opponent not being able to cut the ring off is different. I mean, no, it's the same as a motherfucker fighting on the back foot, not engaging, and then the opponent trying to fucking engage, and he's turning his back. That's not the same fucking thing.
Bro, that's obviously not the same thing. I'm gonna agree with you on that. But bro, you're sitting here. Bro, I'm gonna agree that what you just said. But what I'm not going to agree with is that Shakur played safe against Edwin De Los Santos. He did not. He countered back. He may have turned his back one time, but Devin ran for 12 rounds and begged his dad to get out the ring.
Bro, do you know if you turn your back in boxing, that's a knockdown?
Nigga, what, bro? If I turn my back one time as opposed to running for 12 rounds?
Bro, if me and you are fighting
Nigga, I'm going to be moving, bro. But I'm not going to run from you, bro. On God, I don't care about 275, bro. I don't care about no weight.
Like AC said, bro, you reacting. You're not listening. Listen to what I'm saying. If me and you are fighting, and you turn your back, or I turn my back, that is an automatic standing 8 count, bro. That's how it's supposed to be. It don't matter what the instance is. AC, am I lying?
Nah, you're not. It's supposed to be.
So where's that same energy at for when your boy was complaining about the grease in his eyes?
Who is my boy?
Tank.
What the fuck is you talking since when Tank was my boy?
He ain't a Tank fan.
Oh, okay, because I thought that was
no.
He's not a Tank fan. He's not
about Tank. You and him was in agreement when you, him and Blue was in agreement when you came on with the hot mic. Just said, nah, Tank is a bitch. Blah blah blah. All y'all was in a euphoric space right there.
That's why I was like, what the fuck?
Okay. So this is my argument back.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all with it. That's why I don't talk about Tank.
Hold on. So this is my argument back, bro. They didn't give Shakur no standing 8. You saying that's an automatic standing 8, and I understand that. But that night, that fight, it did not happen. So we're not going to sit here and use some picture that the world displayed, or you know what I mean, turned into a fucking circus and keep saying that he ran. He did not really run. If y'all being serious right now, go pull up the clip where this nigga really turned his back.
So let me ask you this.
No, hold on. I'm not done.
My bad.
Just go. You good? Hey, go pull up the clip where the nigga turned his back and he ran. And then pull up the 12 rounds where Devin was running in circles and asking his dad, "Am I done yet?"
Okay. So check this out.
Nigga, bro, I'm not done. The nigga Devin was running in circles, bro. I mean, literally running. Bro, the nigga wasn't even in a boxing stance no more. The nigga was square.
So let me ask you something.
That nigga had the lateral movement like a motherfucker.
So that
nigga looked like a wrestler. The nigga looked like he was wrestling in the state finals against me.
Okay, so check this out.
And his hop game side to side was phenomenal.
What I'm getting from this, bro, is this is what I'm getting from this. Because first off, not one time in that entire fight, I've watched Shakur versus De Los Santos 7 times, bro. Not one time did Shakur lead an exchange. Not one time.
And not one time did Devin have an exchange with Jose.
Let me finish. With that being said, he didn't lead an exchange not once. The fight we just watched, Devin led a good percent of the fucking exchanges and won a good percent of the fucking exchanges.
Yep,
so how are you going to say one person is running and the other person is not running, and this person is engaging and this person is not engaging? He's waiting to counterpoint.
What you fight, Southpaw or Orthodox?
Both.
Oh, okay. You got it, bro. What's your main one? What's your main thing? You left hand or right hand? Like what you right with?
I fucking right with my right hand, but I throw a ball with my left hand.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
But in Shakur's favor, though, Edwin De Los Santos didn't cut the ring off. Neither did Jose Benavidez. So what I'm saying, not Jose Benavidez, neither did Jose Ramirez. So what I'm saying to you is this, bro. You can't say one person is running and the other person ain't running if they had the same fucking fighting style and the other it's not their fault the motherfucker couldn't cut the ring off.
Okay,
I'm
but bro,
you
don't see the difference,
you can't
bro.
Be biased, bro.
But bro, you don't see the difference, bro. You just see a nigga turning his back and you like, where's the A count? Where's the A count? I've watched this 7 times. No, bro, you're not seeing what I'm saying.
No, that's
bro.
not what I'm saying, bro. I'm saying to you, you can't have your cake and eat it too, bro. It don't work like that. They was doing the same thing.
Nah, they wasn't, bro. Shakur performed phenomenal against Edwin. I don't care.
Devin landed more punches, bro.
Huh?
Phenomenal is crazy.
I don't care what nobody say on a bad hand with a bad hand on a bad night. We still won our fight, and I don't care, bro. I don't care.
What bad hand?
Go look it up. We did have a bad hand.
He had a bad hand, but phenomenal is crazy.
And right after the fight, he was betting the nigga $1 million to spar.
Bro, what fight are you talking about?
Edwin De Los Santos. Right after that, he told the motherfucker to come to Houston to the gym and I'll beat your ass. We can put $1 million on the line.
Hey, listen, bro. Did he go? Did that happen or did he have surgery?
He didn't have surgery after that fight.
Oh, okay. So then, what is your point proving?
Bro, what are you talking about right now, bro?
No, see how I just threw you off? You see what I'm saying? You didn't prove nothing by stating that he said something to a fan, but ended up having surgery right up after.
This not a
our
fan.
hand was broke after our hand was destroyed after that fight. Regardless of what you're saying, we beat that nigga Edwin De Los Santos with a jab, bro. Regardless of what niggas say, we beat that nigga Edwin De Los Santos with a jab. Ain't no other fighter gonna be able to do that. Keyshawn Davis will, but anybody else, no. No, and I'm telling you, if Edwin De Los Santos fought Devin Haney would be knocked the fuck out just like it was against Ryan. On God, because De Los Santos gonna come fight. I'm telling you that right now.
Bro, let me ask you something.
Nah, what up?
How do you fight?
Ryan won on the front foot against Devin.
How do you? And yes, Ryan wasn't on the front foot.
Ryan went on the front foot against Devin. Devin was on the front foot.
You just fucked it up. You just fucked it up. I was gonna say what I was gonna ask you is how do you fight? Would you consider yourself a back foot fighter, a pressure fighter, a swarmer, a counter puncher, a boxer puncher?
Nah, you don't want to hear me talk about myself because you're gonna think I'm bragging and shit. So I ain't even gonna tell you all that, bro.
Bro, I just asked you what do you consider yourself. If you ask me,
I consider myself that nigga, bro. That nigga that don't nobody want to fight, and that the nigga that they keep ducking. That's what I consider myself, and it's proven too.
Bro, that's not answering.
No, bro, because I'm not about to give nobody how I fight it. So these niggas is already watching me, bro. That's the difference between me and you, gang. Real shit.
No,
real
bro,
shit.
You just bro. See, listen.
No, bro, no.
Hold
nothing,
on,
bro. I'm not about to be sitting out here telling niggas.
Hold on, homie. Now, for one, you don't even know me, my record, or none of that shit. So you just talking for one. For two, all I did was
I'm not just, bro. I just literally told you. I told you who I am in the ring, and you don't like that response. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Bro, that's how you supposed to feel about yourself. I just asked, how do you fight?
No, that's not how I feel about myself. That's how other people feel about me too, because they haven't gotten the ring with me, gang.
Bro, do y'all hear this nigga?
They do. They hear me. They hear me just like this every time I get on here. We don't know. Y'all don't want to talk about Boom Boom. Let's just talk about something else, bro.
Bro, I'm asking you what kind of fighter you is. I didn't say you were trash.
I'm that nigga, bro. I'm that nigga. That's all you gotta know.
Muhammad Ali, what kind of fighter he is? He gonna say I'm fast. I'm fucking fast. I do this. I do that. My footwork is great. This, that. He gonna tell me.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let Ali tell you.
You know what it sound like?
What?
It sound like you can't catch a nigga like Devin, and a nigga that with the Devin style, you can't fuck with in the ring, and you project it.
Oh, okay. That's crazy. That's good though. I'm glad that you feel like that.
That's what it sound like.
That's fine. Let it sound like that. I got all knockouts right now, so let that sound like that. Niggas tried that running shit already.
That's all gravy and perfect, man. That's cool.
Yeah, bro.
This is how boxers talk. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's how they talk.
I don't understand what having all knockouts in the amateurs have to do with anything, but bro.
I mean, because niggas not even having all knockouts in the pros like that either, bro. It's hard to get knockouts in the amateurs.
It's harder competition. It's tougher competition.
Huh?
It's tougher competition in the pros.
Yeah, bro. It's definitely tougher competition. I fought my last two fights, both them niggas had they one of them beat a nigga out of my gym and he went to sleep. So I don't know what to tell you, gang. It's competition though, like you said. Them two niggas had O's, so okay. And my team, and I'm gonna tell you right now, my team not letting me fight nobody that's 6-12, 6-6. No, I don't even spar with amateurs no more, bro. Like I'm not even trying to be funny right now. Like I'm sparring with niggas that niggas is watching on TV right now, like real shit. But I'm highly blessed. And I'm grateful by God. I'm thankful for it, but I'm just saying, gang.
Damn, man. I was just trying to figure out like the slick black fighter. I don't know where we got from here. I just
it's a battle of gyms right now. Like
it's not that, bro. It's not that. It's just, bro, I hate that people don't really see how Shakur fight. You gotta really sit down and study. You can't just take one fight away from him and say, oh, he be running, he's a track star. He did it one fucking time. I mean, like, God damn, get off that man dick. Didn't he win after that fight? And then didn't he have surgery after that fight? That's what y'all don't take. That's what people don't think about is the nigga had surgery right away after the fight. It wasn't like the nigga went back to camp and tried to have a fight or nothing. He did. He tried to have a fight with Joe Cardenas, and then it got canceled. And then we end up fighting we was gonna fight Schofield. Schofield fell through. We end up fighting Padley. So that's what I'm saying, bro.
Hold on though. Why did the fight with Cordina fall through?
Cause his hand?
Cause his hand.
Yeah.
That's another like.
Hey, but hold on. Why didn't the fight with Tank and Shakur fall through?
Because they're gonna revisit it.
No, that's not what he said.
That's what. All right. So what was said then?
No, go ahead. What was you about to say? Then I'm gonna say what was said. What was you about to say?
I heard that they said that we will revisit it.
Revisit for what?
Source. At the time, he was still at Top Rank.
Yeah. So you gonna sit here and tell me that Tank didn't use his hand as an excuse either? He didn't use no injury. He never said one time it was an injury or anything. He never said nothing about nothing. It was just he was gonna revisit it, huh?
I didn't hear one. I mean, if you can.
Oh, okay. That's what a lot of the other people run with too, is that he had injuries and that he was worried about other things. That sounds like some bitch shit.
I never heard that. I never heard that with Tank. But I heard from my Top Rank source, not no YouTube shit. Was it
from what you mean? Not no YouTube shit. What source did you hear from Tank? You talked to Tank team?
Nope, not Tank. I heard from somebody who worked with Top Rank.
Who,
at
Carl?
the time, Shakur was still signed with Top Rank.
And who did you talk to?
I ain't about to tell you.
Come on, Smoke. This your boy Boo Boo, remember?
I'll tell you, but I'm just telling you, when the shit was first even talked about, I was like, yo, listen, they talking, but Shakur won a little bit more because of his accolades and everything. And
no, that was with Frank Martin, bro. We wanted more money.
I'm just saying, just listen to me. He won a little bit more because of the accolades, because he is what was it, 1, 2, 3 division champ.
Yeah, and how many divisions is Tank?
3.
No. Two actual belts, and that's it. The rest interim and what?
But he wasn't an interim champ at 140. He was a real champ at 140.
Exactly. It was 140 and 135, and that was it.
No, he wasn't a real champ at 140. That was a Reggie. The Barrios belt, that was a Reggie.
Barrios beat that one white boy to that belt to become champ. No, hold on, stop. Hold on, AC. No, that's cap. Barrios beat the white boy to become actual champion, and then Tank fought Barrios. What are you talking about?
No, that was a Reggie belt.
No, he didn't, bro. No, he didn't.
Hold on.
That was a Reggie.
Boom.
Devin had to.
Bro. How was that the
Devin had
real
to
belt? And Josh Taylor was undisputed, bro.
Yeah,
you said what?
Josh Taylor was undisputed.
That's what I meant.
Oh,
Josh Taylor was undisputed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So even listen, the Reggie belt was still, if we talking about the WBA regular belt, at that time.
Yeah, because he a regular nigga.
Hold on, let me finish. Josh Taylor was undisputed. Josh Taylor was undisputed, but he was super champion in two different sanctioning bodies. So therefore,
Tank was never super champion.
Tank didn't have the major belt.
Tank was never super champion. Tank was never super champion. Tank was never super champion.
Yes, he is. He's the super champion right now.
Right now, but he was never super champion in his past. He was never the IBF super champion or the WBA. He was always regular or interim.
Yeah, these belts made the regular champion. Then you had the super champion, the platinum champion.
That's why, bro.
Tank never had the number one strap at 140.
Belt, man.
He never had the number one at 140.
This is why I hate having all these fucking belts.
If you say Tank was a champ, you gotta say Trevor Bryan was the heavyweight WBA, and he wasn't. The regular belt is not the real belt.
But the regular belt is a real belt when you consider
it's a real belt. It's not a major belt. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
It's not a major belt. My bad.
It's not the belt. It's not the belt that gets you unifications to become
Yeah, I was about to
undisputed.
tell you that, AC. So then, AC, stop defending that belt like it's something, bro.
No, I'm defending the belt because niggas, you fight the super champions, you fight the WBA super champions.
Nigga, bro. We don't want no regular. We want the world title, bro.
Then the Intercontinental belt is the real belt too. If we gonna go that route,
because at the end of the day, the Intercontinental
they real belts. They not major belts. They real belts. They not major belts.
Let me say what I'm saying.
That's exactly why I just told him stop defending that belt like that, bro.
If we talking about the Intercontinental belt versus, and I'm just saying this, the Intercontinental belt versus the regular belt. The regular belt got you the ability to defend the super champions mandatories. The interim belt doesn't really do that because if the champion wants that fight, he gonna take that fight. Just with the super champion, but it's more likely.
AC, what you I don't know if you're confusing this, but when you're the interim champion, you are the mandatory.
You are the mandatory.
Hold on. Let me finish. When you're the interim champion, you are the mandatory.
Yeah, that's
when
my
you're
bad.
the regular champion.
Yes,
you're not the mandatory necessarily. You're freaking just a regular champion.
I did misquote that part. But what I'm saying, what I was trying to say was that the interim belt, you're the mandatory.
Bro, you stuttering too much, bro. Stop the cap.
Because I'm trying to get it right.
No, bro, because you're trying to sit here and lie to us and make it seem like this belt is special.
I'm telling you the motherfucking truth.
Bro, that belt not special.
The regular belt allows you to fight mandatories. The regular belt allows you to fight mandatories to the super champion.
The regular belt ain't shit but the number two.
Stop
the number two dude
like that, bro.
The regular belt is the number two nigga in the division.
Yes.
Yeah, you the number. If you want to consider it like that, but that's not the way that.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
That's not how things were going down when you had a super champion.
You not the champion.
How many mandatories did Tank fight of Loma when Loma had that belt?
AC. So first off, the super champion, that super belt was made for Lennox Lewis, so he wouldn't have to fucking fight. Was it Hasim Rahman?
Yes, we remember that whole scene. We remember him dumping it in the garbage can and all of that.
What I'm saying is, that's the whole point is that the fucking super belt is to begin with. So if Lennox Lewis was the real champion, and then they made another belt just so he wouldn't have to fight this bum dude and could go fight a bigger fight, the super champion is the actual champion, bro.
Yeah, I know that. I'm not disputing that.
So what? So any
y'all
belt
just I'm telling y'all.
So what I'm telling y'all, the simple fact, any secondary belt, bro, is not a real belt.
So here's what I'm saying. The belt that he has, right? If you're the regular champion, if you fight and you get the belt that matters, right? The WBA title, you get that title, right? The real one, right? Yeah, we'll say that. Does that title say super champion on it? Does that belt say super champion on it? But no, yet we call WBC that guy champion, the super
and
champion.
The other one says WBC regular.
Super is the title. The actual belt is the championship. You know what I mean? The super champion is your title.
Yeah, but that title came about because of what? Because one fighter
the real champion
want to face one fighter had the machine behind them, and they made it just the same way they tried to implement the franchise belt into the situation.
It was a reoccurring problem.
That's why it was it was at that time. At that time, you could call it a reoccurring. You can call it a reoccurring problem. But if this is how the sanctioning bodies set their rules, then you make a whole new belt so you can break your own rules and then tell me this guy's the real champion. The nigga that just fucking ducked and took the other belt is the real champion, while the guy who's fighting his mandatories and putting in the real work, and this guy get to choose any piece of fluff he want, long as they ranked in the top 10, which nowadays they made it to top 15.
AC, that's not the case because
it's not how it goes.
Yes, that is the case in most cases, bro.
It's not how it goes, AC. 9 times out of 10, AC, the super champ is fighting tougher fights than the regular champ. 9 times out of 10, he's fighting tougher fights. than the regular champ.
Because when you look at the super champion fight, really look at his fights as opposed to who the regular champion is really fighting.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It was
and the regular champion 9 times out of 10 is fighting a harder competition, or let's just say 8 times out of 10. Make it 7.
No, not necessarily. Not really.
Y'all saying not necessarily. So
you talking about Gervonta Tank Davis, right? When Gervonta Tank Davis was the regular champ at 135.
I'm gonna argue my point, even though I'm wrong. I'm gonna argue my point across.
Hey,
I don't care.
When Gervonta was the regular champ at 35, who was he fighting versus who the real champ was fighting at the time?
Who was Loma fighting? Loma had.
You can do Loma or Devin, because Devin was the champ there too. I mean, but I was talking about Devin. You can do Loma too. But go ahead. Who was Loma fighting?
I believe Tank got his regular championship.
You know, Tank was supposed to fight Loma too, by the way. Wasn't he supposed to be no regular champ? But go ahead, my bad.
But why did that fight break?
Because Tank wasn't ready.
And not only that, Tank was supposed to fight Devin too. And
yes, he
wasn't supposed to be no regular champ.
Yes, he was. They weren't supposed to be a regular champ. Actually, the regular champ in Tank case is because he wanted to be. He don't want to fight the champ.
At the end of the day,
he don't want to fight the champ, AC. That's why he got the regular belt.
The way I looked at the rules, I looked at the WBA rules, how it works, the regular champion has to directly challenge the super champion, and the super champion can accept that fight or not without losing his super champion status. The regular champion has to challenge him. He has to put that.
If that was the case, bro, when Frank Martin after Frank Martin would have beat Michelle Rivera, Tank would have fought him immediately. But that wasn't the case.
Bro, what I'm saying, I love how people.
The reason Frank fought Rivera is because Rivera was really Tank Mendo.
But then
Rivera was Tank's Mendo.
But I love how y'all argue these points. But then on another topic, you'll bring up how corrupt the sanctioning bodies move.
Not us.
The sanctioning bodies move how they want to move, and
wrong people, AC.
With certain fighters, how they want to do it.
Wrong guys, AC. Wrong guys.
You wrong, AC.
It's not the wrong guys, bro. It's not the wrong guys. Because at the end of the day, how am I?
I ain't never argued. Nah, it is because I ain't never argued that point you just made. I ain't never argued that point you just made.
I'm talking about you know you're wrong though.
I'm not wrong on this because I saw it in the rules that the regular champion has to challenge. I was quoting Biggie on the other thing we was talking about, but saying that the regular champion has to directly challenge the super champion.
You know what you're saying
I've been on panels when dudes pulled that up in the rule book.
Bro, do you know what you're saying right now? Listen to what you're saying.
That's why Tank did. That's what we saying. Tank actually the regular champ. He never challenged the real champ. That's why he was the regular champ.
Yeah, because you're talking about, and again, you're talking about a guy who said belts don't matter. When it came to him actually getting that belt, he said, "Fuck that belt."
Right.
Y'all forgetting that?
That's what you're saying right now.
Okay, so let's go back to what I was saying, not the fact that I just dropped that fact.
Thank you for the email chat.
This nigga saying this, Smoke. He's saying, okay, so if Rock, the Rock is the real fucking world WWE champion, and Triple H is the fucking world heavyweight champion. This nigga telling me that fucking Jeff Hardy is a real champion and he's not just a fucking secondary champion.
No, that's two different
nigga,
things, bro. See, I knew you. See,
you
this is what he do. This is what this dude do.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. You telling me fucking William Regal with the European Continental Champion is a real champion just because he got to fight the tougher competition because The Rock and Triple H are the actual champions and they're going to fight each other?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. Not at all. Not even in the closest. Not even in the closest.
Now what AC saying ain't all the way wrong, but in Tank case, it's completely wrong though. In Tank case, it's completely wrong.
All the way wrong.
Do you hear this? Do you hear this?
Now in some case, like when Devin was trying to fight Loma, Devin, was fighting the harder fights. You get what I'm saying? When Frank was fighting Tank Mandatories.
When was Devin ever the WBA champion?
Hold on, let me finish so I can land my plane. I ain't done yet. When Frank was the regular behind Tank, Frank was fighting the harder fights. But with this particular fighter, we talking about Tank. Tank literally was the regular because he wouldn't fight Devin in the sense. I ain't say he ducked him, but he didn't want to fight him because he quote unquote didn't care about belts back then. You know what I mean? He most definitely ducked him. He true enough, but he quote unquote didn't care about belts. You know what I mean? at the time. But now he 2 division champ.
I was talking about the whole point of the. I was talking about the point of the belt being made. I wasn't saying because Tank is literally probably the only nigga who defied that.
Right.
Like literally, it ain't, you can't name nobody else who.
You know what I'm saying? He would be right in the other case except for Tank.
Like I'm not.
Okay, guys.
I don't get it. Because when Lennox Lewis became the super champion, he fought Mike Tyson instead of Hakeem Rottman.
Yeah, they made Riddick Bowe drop the belt and gave it to Lewis and gave Lewis a title for doing the same shit Riddick Bowe wouldn't do. Riddick Bowe didn't want to fight Lewis for pennies, so they stripped him basically. And then Lennox Lewis, when he got his shot to fight Rodman, he said, "I ain't fighting for pennies." They gave Lennox Lewis a new belt, so we can get into that too. I know my shit now. We can get into that too.
It ain't from what my understanding is. It ain't that he didn't want to fight Rodman for pennies. It's just Mike Tyson was on the table, and why would you turn down Mike Tyson?
Yeah, he didn't want to fight Rodman for pennies. But now I ain't even arguing that point, bro. I'm arguing the fact that it happened before Lennox. They were trying to get the belt off Riddick Bowe anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bowe didn't want to fight for pennies, so they took his belt and gave it to like Lennox, and then Lennox did the same shit.
He didn't want to fight for pennies,
and
or
fought
he didn't
Tyson.
want to fight Lennox Lewis in general.
Who?
I seen him both say he
didn't
didn't
want to fight Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, Bowe didn't want to fight Lennox. Yeah, Bowe didn't want to fight Lennox under the mandatory shit, under the mandatory purse bid rule. He wanted more bread.
I don't know nothing about that.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I know. Like Bowe is my tail. Like this, my tail. Like when I was a young nigga watching Bowe, Bowe was everywhere.
All I'm saying is all I heard about that situation right there is what actually happened.
Yeah, the only thing you go here is Bowe dug Lennox Lewis, but I'm telling you what really happened.
No. I'm saying.
I don't know, man. I think Bowe ducked him, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody, like
Damn,
that's,
can I say what
like
I'm
that's
saying?
the story.
All I said.
Yeah, that's the story.
I think I seen what Bowe actually did and what actually happened, and then I seen him talk about it in an interview, and he said Lennox Lewis was his homie. I don't know. He don't know why Lennox called him out like that.
Bro, I don't know.
That came out of his mouth, but I don't know nothing about that first bid.
Now Bowe, I was watching it in real time. Like Bowe,
I ain't telling you wrong.
Bowe can barely talk right now. If you being real, he can barely talk right now.
Yeah, but this was a while
ago. So Bowe probably forgot a lot more shit than I know. But he can barely even talk right now. But in real time, he wanted more bread for that. When it was actually going on, he wanted more bread for the fight.
Now I did not hear, but read in some magazines where they were saying, possibilities that, Riddick Bowe did want more money because
he wanted more bread.
He knew that there was a fight with whoever knew that there was a possible fight with Mike Tyson to be made, and that's far more money. So if you want me to defend this shit, I'm going to try to use some leverage. You feel what I'm saying with the Mike Tyson possibility to see if I could squeeze more bread out of it. When they was just like, no, drop the belt. Same thing that you look at what Devin did when it came down to the purse bid, the way it appears with the purse bid, and then him not wanting. I think it was who was
Devin
it?
Devin offered Shakur a contract for more money than the purse bid, and Shakur turned his.
No, not that one. It's after the Regis fight. I'm talking about the fight that was supposed to happen after the Regis fight.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Before he moved up. I mean, after the Regis fight. What you talking about after the Regis fight?
Like after the Regis fight, or maybe it was after the Regis fight.
Before the Regis fight.
No, there was supposed to be a fight made where after Regis he was talking about defending something, or he wanted to make a fight with somebody else, but the fight wound up going into a purse bid, and it didn't generate more than 2.5 million, and shit like that. It was some story like that.
Sandor Martin.
Oh, Sandor Martin.
Yeah. He didn't want. Yeah, he didn't fight Sandor Martin because he ain't make. Yeah, it wasn't enough money. Yep. Yeah.
Yes, and same thing that happened with Andrade. You feel what I'm saying? So
yep.
We can go.
Yep.
Yes.
Andrade,
Yeah, so we could go into history and see where shit like that does happen and does affect the fight or whatever. But you know, ultimately, you know, sometimes we got those fights, many times we didn't, and that's the sad truth. But you know, it is what it is, bro. Like I'm just saying it like this. For me, looking at um, looking at how sometimes the perception of Tank is being made in the fact that okay, for a long time I wasn't a Tank fan, but I was respecting certain things that was happening. You feel what I'm saying? When you're offered a fight and people say you're not ready, I respect that because to me it's giving props to the guy that you're about to fight, like saying, yo, that nigga's really that dude, and right now we're not quite there yet. Just like when it happened with Zepeda. Zepeda said he wasn't ready when Virgil Ortiz said, well, not Virgil, but Oscar said Virgil wasn't ready for Bud at that time. I respect those things. I'm like, yeah, stand on 10. You feel what I'm saying? Why sit there and say, yeah, we're gonna take the fight, and you go in there and just get whitewashed or knocked out early or whatever, and then your stock definitely goes down. Or just say, you know what, I'm not ready. You take some good fights, you get some impressive wins over some decent names, maybe not the toughest competition, but the biggest names. And yeah, you start to build your profile. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes there's a person being ready saying, can I sell a fight?
AC, I disagree, bro. And the reason I disagree is because can't nobody tell you who you ready for. It's up to you for real. And I put it to you like this. Like a motherfucker gonna only the best of you will come out when you're facing the best competition. You will never really know how good you are until you thrown in the fire to have to be that good. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
for example,
definitely.
If Muhammad Ali would have told himself he wasn't ready for Sonny Liston, he would have got his ass knocked out. Because in reality, he was supposed to get his ass knocked unconscious. Not just that. Roy wasn't supposed to be no damn John Ruiz, man. Like if you man, if you go and tell yourself I'm not ready for this person, you're not ready for this person.
I got an example for y'all too. Like in sport, I'm pretty sure everybody here plays some kind of sport, right? Football, basketball. Some of y'all actually box. You know what I mean? MMA. Like like before the first time you ever dunked, right? Or before the first time you ever made somebody fall, you didn't know you could even do that shit. You know, when it happened, you were surprised too when it first happened. You know what I'm saying? You was like, damn, I really just did that. This was Stay Dangerous saying. I know the first time I ever dunked in my life, I had never dunked before I got the opportunity. I stole the ball, right? And it rolled a little bit, like you roll it and you scoop it up. And I had a lane. I said, I'm finna try to dunk this joint. And it happened. I was like, damn, the gym went crazy in my mouth. I'm like, damn, that's the first time I ever dunked in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gonna know how good you ain't gonna know what you can be until you get there.
But you always had the inclination that you could dunk based on the fact that people telling you, yo, you could jump.
Nah, that's not true. Because AC,
how is that not true?
Because like look, for a long time, I'm trying to tell you, for a long time, I didn't think I could knock nobody out. I didn't think I could physically hit somebody my size and knock them out with one shot. I didn't think it was a thing. I thought I was gonna be a fighter that have to hit your ass a couple times and get your ass out of there. But then all that happened was 1 week we was running on turning our punches over. And fucking I just did what my coach said do. And then the same sparring partner that I have had for 2-3 months, I put his ass straight to sleep, like straight out. I was shocked. But from there, I knew what I had to do, and I started doing. I'm not saying I'm
knocking out your sparring
Wilder. I'm not saying I'm Deontay Wilder, but I know how to do it now. And if I land that shit on any human being alive, I can put your ass out. And it's just like I didn't know I didn't have the confidence that I can do that shit. I didn't even try to do it. You see what I'm saying? I didn't think it was gonna happen. It just happened from me listening to what I was taught. Okay. So I don't necessarily agree with that. It didn't come out until I was put in that situation.
I'm gonna say it like this. You know, everybody's path to 5 is different.
different. Yeah, I knew you.
Some people have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some people can go, you know,
2, 1.
2.5,
2,
2.5,
1,
and
yeah.
2.5.
3.
Some people
2.
can go 3, 2, 2, 3. So everybody's path to 5 is different. I get that. For me, my path was more like 4 plus 1 in almost everything I did, because I've always had the people around me and even strangers look at the things that I do and be like, wow, that's incredible. You have a phenomenal imagination. Or when I was watching you hit the heavy bag, you know what I'm saying? For a guy that was your size, you were creating a lot of torque and power on those punches. How are you able to do that? Oh, that's my martial arts background. You know what I'm saying? To be able to control my center to deliver sheer power to punch through it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I always knew I could hit hard. So when I dropped the first dude, the way I dropped him, it wasn't something that I was like, oh, I was surprised that I did it. I just said, I'm gonna drop this big motherfucker right now. Trust me.
I can't fight. I ain't never dropped nobody in my life.
Huh?
Yeah. Now look.
I ain't never dropped nobody in my life.
But I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm the biggest puncher. I'm not saying I'm no knockout artist. I'm not saying I haven't gotten my ass kicked. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just saying in that aspect right there, this is what I've always known, because my path to 5 has always been 4 plus 1. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is this.
Oh, good shit.
Even when it came down to cooking, everyone was like, yo, this is the best burger I've ever tasted. Then I started to try to make more complicated stuff by reading the recipe and doing research and taking a scientific approach to shit. So by the time I got there, I knew I'm there.
At the same time, though, AC, it's a lot of people that can be confident and be like, oh, I can do this, I can do that, because they're doing it in their area and they're being praised in their area. And then the competition steps up and you have that same approach, and you get your world gets fucking blown. Like your bubble, somebody pop your bubble.
Yeah, example, I told hold on. Just let me say this real quick. I told my boy Pop the same thing, because
for example,
my bubble was popped in an open weight class boxing match. Because me and old boy was in the same weight, he was a little bit older than me. He beat shit down my leg. I couldn't connect to this nigga or nothing.
I'm saying you can freaking be the best at your school. You can be the best high school player in the nation. Everybody in the damn nation can be talking about how good you is, praising you. You get your ass to the D1 school, you take your ass to Bama. Everybody that was at that school was just like you in high school.
The best player in Iowa is ain't as good as the best player from Texas. You know what I'm saying?
At all, bro.
The number one player in Iowa, the number one player in Iowa ain't as good as the 55th best person, at the 55th best player in Texas. You know what I'm saying?
So what I'm saying is, you won't know until you put in that situation. You won't know what comes out of you and if you're ready or not until you thrown into that fire. And the only reason I said that is because Oscar De La Hoya was dead ass wrong for saying Virgil Ortiz is not ready for no fucking Terrence Crawford, when we don't know how the fuck that fighter look right now. Because I just watched Terrence Crawford struggle with somebody that Virgil Ortiz just beat the fuck up. We don't know how it will look right now. We know Bud's a better boxer, but we don't know how the shit will look.
At 47,
hold on. But you know, and I know that no matter what, styles make fights. So just because Victor beat him the way he did doesn't mean that, you know what I'm saying, he can do it better. That Bud, he gonna be able to wipe the floor with Bud or beat him.
I didn't say that.
Yeah,
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's just styles make, you know, styles. What I'm saying is styles make fights. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, styles do make fights, and you just dropped the triangle theory.
The path was easy either, though. Stay like he ain't had the easiest path to victory either. Goddamn. You know.
I didn't say fucking Virgil Ortiz will go beat Terrence Crawford. I said we don't know how the fucking fighter look. I said Oscar.
At 47,
I think it's competitive.
No, what I said is Oscar De La Hoya was dead ass wrong for publicly saying Virgil is not ready for Terrence Crawford, when Majimov just gave him a tough ass fight.
But
and
that's
I know
at
Virgil
50.
will give him a tougher fight than Majimov did.
But we're talking two different weight classes to begin with, because when that statement was made at 47. At 47, Virgil was going through a lot of issues.
But still, you still don't say.
Some people will say it's because maybe there's some fighters that'll say he might have been on something that's what we call that.
If you my promoter, will you ever say some shit like that?
Not publicly.
Exactly. He'll come to me and tell me, JB, sit your ass down, man.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, we not fighting him, bro. We not fighting him. I wouldn't even tell you. I tell you it don't make sense right now. That's what I tell you. It don't make sense right now. I wouldn't tell you can't beat him. I tell you it don't make sense right now.
He didn't tell him. He didn't say he couldn't beat him. He said he.
He basically said he can't beat that man, bro. He said we not ready yet.
His props. They said Terrence Crawford is blah the #1 fighter, pound for pound fighter. We're not ready for that.
What he should have said was, "That's a great fight. I think Virgil is ready, but I want to build it up a little bit more first." That's what he should have said.
Exactly, and everybody would have believed it.
Everybody would have believed it. Well, nobody would have believed it, right? But it would have sounded good.
That nigga could have said.
Y'all want people to bullshit instead of being honest.
It's not bullshit.
Bro, now hold on, AC. What is the promoter's job, AC? Hold on, AC. That's half their job, AC. It's to feed you bullshit. That's half their job.
Because in reality speaking, you don't know if Virgil ready for Terrence Crawford yet because you ain't put him into the ring with a fucking.
But at 47, he was not. Yo, listen. Why do you think Terrence Crawford was struggling to get fights at 47? And still held the 100%.
So what you say is, AC, that's a fight I would love to see at 154.
Type shit.
Listen.
You don't throw your fighter that I'm trying to make money off of under the bus. Come on, what the fuck?
Nah, you. Hold on, I'm smoking. It's not throwing the fighter.
That is throwing him under the bus.
Maybe you
being a fighter. If you cook burgers, AC, and fucking Gordon Ramsay restaurant, and we going to Gordon Ramsay shit, and I'm talking to Gordon Ramsay, he's like, bro, your mate over there, he cooks a good burger, doesn't he? Nah, he ain't ready to come on your show though, Gordon.
Right? Nah, his burgers ain't good enough for Ramsay yet.
Man, what kind of shit is that,
bro? If I cook burgers in my little bullshit spot. And then a nigga like Gordon Ramsay comes and tells me, now this is what's gonna surprise y'all. I'm a real fucking chef, bro. I am a real life motherfucking chef. You feel what I'm saying? There are articles that are written about me. You feel what I'm saying? True story. You feel what I'm saying? If I gave you my government and you Googled my name as I tell it to you with the word chef in front of it, you will see at least 2-3 pages of articles that are written about.
Now let me caveat that, AC. Before you go any further, let me caveat that. Now with all your accolades, AC, I go up to this nigga in front of all these people and say, they ask me, hey, your mate over there, he cooks a good burger, right? I see his accolades, he's doing pretty good. I'm gonna have him come up on my show so he can compete against these. Oh, no, he ain't ready to be on the show with them other guys. Give him a couple more years so he can add a little more flavors to, maybe add some French fries to the burger. He can do.
So he can expand his recipe. So he can expand his recipe.
So he can expand his recipe, his repertoire. He can do this. Man, what kind of bullshit is that? You know what I'll tell him? All right, let me get in touch with him and see what he thinks about it.
All right, now I hear what y'all saying, right? I hear the argument that you're my promoter. You're taking a percentage of my money. You're taking a percentage of my money, so you can always have the public have a good eye on me.
No matter what, even if it's a lie. Goddamn it,
not just that.
You feel what I'm saying? I get that part, right? I get that part.
Not even just that.
But just like
you could go there and fucking win the competition. I don't know.
Yeah, but understand what I'm saying. Just like there are real levels in boxing, just like there are real levels in boxing and shit like that, and then you have the elite levels. You feel what I'm saying? There are real levels in cooking in that market. You feel what I'm saying? The way I cook, this is why, for me, if I'm at a certain level and I know that this dude is at an elite level, I'm going to be smart enough to tell my people, yeah, I am not ready for that because that's on a whole new level. They got techniques that I don't even know about.
That's you saying that, AC. That's up to you to say that, AC. That's not up to me to throw you under the bus like that.
No, you wouldn't throw me under the bus.
Not even just that, bro. Listen, not even just that, AC. If fucking, all right, so check this out. Antonio fucking Tarver knocked Roy Jones out. If Antonio Tarver would have said, no, bro, you lost last time, bro. We're not finna let you do this shit again. What the fuck? No, we're not finna let you fight. And he say, nah, I'm not ready. He go in there, he would have never knocked Roy ass out. Or they would have told him, he would have, or if they would have told him, or if they would have told him he's not ready, he would go in there and Roy would have beat his motherfucking ass for him being unsure of himself.
Those examples work for that argument, but we're talking about a guy who's about to face, still in his prime, who has 100% knockout ratio at that weight. You're having issues with making the weight. You feel what I'm saying? And you're fighting the number one pound for pound guy.
If Virgil told him that already, then cool, right? If Virgil told him that already previously, like beforehand, if Virgil said, "Hey, bro, I don't want to fight him. I ain't ready." If Virgil said it, then Oscar was right. But if Virgil wanted that fight in any kind of way, Oscar fucked it up at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't think Virgil would have been calling him out after the fight if he would have. I
think Virgil wanted it, but at that weight, it was gonna be too hard on him. It's gonna be
going up against Terrence Crawford. Hell, motherfucking yeah, he would have been.
Virgil damn passed out them last 2 times, remember? So he would have passed out anyway.
I know. You know that's not for us to say.
I wasn't even joking. I was.
But that's why people.
Me too.
People clown Wilder. People clown Wilder for what Shelly Finkel said. What happened?
The whole world told Bud he wasn't ready for Errol. He was too small. He was too big.
Yes, they did. Yes, the fuck they did.
That's when he.
But now look, hey, look, I tell you this though, Stain.
Hey, but now they saying about Canelo. Now they saying he ain't ready for Canelo.
When that fight first was about to happen, I think the world wasn't lying to him. But he knew when he was ready. He knew when he was gonna be ready though, for sure.
Yeah,
he knew.
Bro, first off,
but you see, ain't nobody was running around saying in Bud's team that he was not ready. Yeah, no one on Bud's team was saying he was not ready, and Virgil had never come out with a statement saying, "Hold on, hold on."
That's not true. Bob
Arum. Who said? Who? Whoa! What B&B dude? What B&B dude?
Oh, Bob Arum.
Yeah. Bob Arum.
I think he was talking about. I think he was talking about the immediate team. I think he was talking about the immediate team, though, not Bob.
You can't do his.
I see. But him and Bob had
hold on. You can't do his immediate team for the simple fact that Oscar De La Hoya is not a part. He's not a part.
No. Hold on, bro.
That's his promoter, bro.
Hold on. Bob Arum was standing right there with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence when Bob Arum told Errol Spence right there. When whoever just said Bob Arum told Bud he wasn't ready for Spence. Bob Arum was right there before all of that happened. He told him right then and there. He was like, "Listen, your best bet is to stay away from Terrence Crawford."
Yeah, he told
that to that man to his face.
Right there, bro. He said that because Errol Spence was standing right there. Later on, when neither one of them was around and they asked him, he said he don't know about that because Terrence already have a problem with southpaws.
I think that was more so with Arum and Bud beefing too, though, towards the end of that contract shit too, though. Now you right though, I think he was with him, then he won with him because they was about to split. That fight would have never happened under Bob Arum. Because Arum, like you said, Arum was saying Spence wasn't ready, then he was saying Bud wasn't ready. Arum would just go keep giving a nigga the runaround the whole time. If Bud never left Arum, that fight would have never happened.
And I'm gonna be real about that. What's crazy about that whole situation is if they would have fucking sucked it up and made the fight happen, they both would have made more money.
What you mean?
Both of them niggas would have made more money if Bob Arum would have sucked it up. They would have made more money than they made without him.
I mean, probably because you got the top ranked side of it too with it. But
and not only that is
they still made
Bud,
hella money. Like they made hella money.
Made hella money. But see, the thing is, the way Bud signed his contract, Bob have to give him a guarantee, regardless of any fight he take. So with him being the B side in this situation, with him being the B side,
Bob didn't want that fight. Bob didn't want to do that fight.
That's why, bro, because he didn't want to fucking fund the fight. And
Bob
Al Heyman wanted to do that shit by himself because Bud was asking for too much.
Yeah, Bob didn't want to do.
So what I'm saying about them making more money is what I meant, and the land.
No, Bob don't make big fights. No, Bob. Nobody made their big fights with him.
No, what I know. What I'm saying is, if Bob would have sucked it up, he would have had to pay Bud his guaranteed. I think it was like $4 million, and Bud would have got paid that on top of what Errol then was paying him, bro.
Nah, his guarantee was $6 million.
So he get paid $6 million guaranteed. Yeah. Errol finna pay him a guarantee of $25 million, and then I got back end pay coming in. That's what Bob Arum didn't want to do. He would have made way more money than Errol if it would have went like that.
I don't know.
Which was really fucking kind of crazy, but
I don't know, bro. He had the Sheik behind him at that time. By the time they was doing it, it was co-promoted by him. So I think I don't know. I don't know what the bag, what the true bag was actually made, because Errol's got a legit boxing LLC because he put on that Frank Martin card. I think he did 2 Frank Martin cards.
Man, Bud had Daniel Kinahan behind him, man.
Kinahan he had nothing to do with Bud.
That's cap.
Daniel Kinahan didn't have anything to do.
Yes, he did. Bud was a part of him. Bud was managed by MTK Global, bro. Yes, he was.
GS, yep, GS. He was managed by a little sister company that was funded by MTK Global. Yep, he right about that. But don't fuck with him no more because the sheet
for what? It was
Turkey and them is the people that put an end to all that crooked shit though. So that's why he with them now.
Yeah,
that's why he with them now.
That's why Bud was like, listen, I don't really know you. And when Kinahan approached him when they was in Dubai, he was like, I don't really know you. I don't know. I never did any business directly with
not directly with him now. Not directly.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's where he was people that didn't.
But he did business with that man company. And not only that,
sometimes when you got your
that was his out.
Your LLCs and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying?
That was literally his out, bro. Like, come on.
You could have
and not only
umbrella
that,
companies that you got nothing to do with.
This because there's no way in hell that Bob Arum is openly saying he not finna fund this Errol Spence fight. Then Terrence Crawford just come out with a hedge million.
Y'all remember Bob snitched? Y'all remember Bob snitched on Bud? Remember he was
he snitched on Bud.
Won't talk to me because of Killer-Hand. You remember he said that shit? He said, Bud, I can't talk to him because Killer-Hand told him not to talk to me.
Bro, Bud is in this whole case that's going on with fucking Kinahan and the Furies and them not being able to come back here and Katie Taylor not being able to come here and all that shit. They're like, his name is in all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yes, well, his name is most definitely in all that shit.
Was in it. We're still there, but he ain't under no more. He ain't under heat for no shit.
I mean,
to be honest, if it would have been anything, the only thing that I feel like Daniel Kinahan would have helped him do is secure a Vic. That's it. And how he did it, you can't tell me because Daniel Kinahan had them people making the gloves all fucked up. Like he had them under his. That's what was.
Wait, so you trying to say?
No, I'm not trying to say.
I knew he was. That's the only time he was fucking with that European company was to make that Avanesian fight through BLK Prime.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that shit.
This was before.
This was during the Avenue.
Yeah, you're right though. But he signed to them. He signed to them like
I didn't even think about that shit.
That's why I'm like, bro, I know that situation and shit like that because I spoke to someone who
GS. He was called GS. He was called GSP Global.
What the fuck? Because this nigga gloves did pop, both of them.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm making it as a joke. Like you trying to say that because of of his relationship with the lower company, you feel with
It's
the
possible.
umbrella company of Duke Kinahan, you saying that that's why David Bud's glove got fucked up in the Avenesian fight? That's the conspiracy theory.
I'm not saying that, but now that you said that, it could have that could have been a test run for some bullshit they was gonna do against Errol.
Yeah, because I heard that conspiracy theory before, but I was like, come on.
I ain't even know this was no damn conspiracy theory. I just know
GSP Global, man. That's what he was signed with.
Yeah.
GSP
what
Global.
the fuck? Y'all didn't put me on
GSP
some
Global.
shit.
That's what he was signed with.
What the fuck?
Bro, yeah, that shit is kind of funny, man. That shit is
but AC for facts is Danny Kinahan is behind Tyson Fury's fucked up gloves. And I don't really see a reason why Terrence would fuck with him other than to try to get some paper or to help him secure a Vic.
No, because Daniel Kinahan, even though he got some fucked up things, he got his ties. He do make big things happen in the boxing space over in the UK.
Yeah, he had a bunch of.
If you want like the big mega fights,
he had Pro Bellum. He had a bunch of shit going.
Yeah, Kinahan has, he's done a lot of fucked up things in
that's
other
the reason the
aspects,
shit got into boxing.
He's done some good things in boxing that are overshine because of the other fucked up things and his links to trying to pressure people and use some of those tactics. You feel what I'm saying? With Martin, whatever the dude's name was, who was the pig farmer when Tyson Fury popped dirty, and you feel what I'm saying? All of that other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Kinahan definitely had a direct hand in that shit because you know what the whole point of that, the whole reason the FBI got into that shit is because 500,000 Dracos, bro, Russian AKs, Russian Dracos, bro, got fucking smuggled into New York City during each one of the fights. Like $1.5 million worth of weapons got smuggled into the fucking city each fight, and Daniel Kinahan was behind that shit, and they pretty much caught them motherfuckers and pressed Bob Arum about that shit, and Bob Arum told it all pretty much.
That's the corruption of boxing. And
I chronicle all that shit when it was happening. I chronicle.
He was getting them Dracos up in the New York. He wasn't fucking off at all.
I throw another jump out there. Y'all remember just y'all remember both take a picture of all them guns and shit.
Yep. And then look, I'll throw you another one out there. You know how Bud disowned him and shit like that after all that shit happened? And then Bomac ass went over there to Daniel Kinahan over there in the UK and got fucked over with a gun out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You can't get in the UK with a gun. They don't even have guns.
Yeah, they playing that. Yeah, they playing that shit on without. Yeah, they playing that shit on.
And he ain't say shit because he know them boys gonna chop that ass up.
Yeah, but he said no. He did say when he went over there,
he said that was his gun.
He had it in his bag. He put it in his bag from the last time. No, this is what I'm just telling you his statement. He said because the last time he was out there, some people broke in his room and stole some stuff and stuff like that. And he got it for protection. So he forgot that it was in his bag and shit. Like,
I don't know if you done traveled anywhere before, bro, but you can't even get a vape pen through customs, bro.
Unless it's a private joint and you.
He wasn't on no private plane.
And you taking off straight from the runway. Now here where I'm at in New York, you can go to different parts of Long Island because there's airports and mini airports all over there.
He ain't do
you
all
got
that.
a private jet over there. You just take off.
Shit.
All you got to do is register your flight plan and all of that, and you gone.
Ain't no baggage. On the regular shit though, AC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was questioning the fact that wait. How the fuck do you even get out the country with a fucking gun?
You can't.
In this age of Homeland Security and airports, like it literally takes like 4 fucking hours to get through a fucking New York City airport.
Okay, AC, the police detained me in the airport in Atlanta because I had a fucking pocket knife in my fisherman's packet in my suitcase, way deep down inside my suitcase. I had a fucking mini 3-inch pocket knife, bro. And they detained my ass and told me, "Did you know this was in there?" And I was like, "No, I just grabbed my fishing shit, bro. You can keep that shit."
Bro, me
and this is just a regular flight. You ain't getting no pistol through customs, bro.
Yeah, and I'm about to. Me and my boys, right? We were playing this sport called airsoft, right? You use real replicas, real pistols, and all of that. Shoot little plastic BBs. We fuck around in the tournament spot where you make money off the shit, right? So we going down to Florida to play in the Speed QB. We signed all our paperwork, put all our joints.
I was just about to say, boy, you got to be careful.
We put all our joints in the proper cases, the cases that they give you a list of what'll get your firearm through, and it's not. You have to really file this paperwork with the state firearms commission. That's New York, because that's where we taking off from. So we had to write to the lady commissioner, get her approval that we taking these toy replicas, although they're gonna look real as hell, but they're toy replicas, and we're taking them across state. So we had to put this bright orange tape, this specific type of bright orange tape that when the X-ray hits it, it lets it know that the tape in these specific areas are good. My homie forgot to tape over the nozzle of it, over the barrel. They detained him 3 days, Homeland Security, over a toy, bro. Here in New York, this shit is not a game, because you're not supposed to have it anyway, because to have an airsoft pistol is illegal in New York.
Yeah.
So, we really had to let them know, no, we don't play airsoft in New York. We tend to either drive to Connecticut, drive a little bit upstate, or we drive to New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? We could go play in Long Island, because Long Island, they have laxer gun rules than if you in Brooklyn or Manhattan or the Bronx. So yeah, it's serious out there, bro. My boy got detained for 3 days over a toy fucking pistol.
You can have guns in Long Island?
Yeah.
Bro, I almost had some shit like that happen to me in California because I had a binary trigger, bro. But listen to this. The only thing that stopped that shit is they can't open your property without you present. So even if they do suspect some shit or they checking your property, you have to be around while they're doing that shit.
Yeah, they waited for my boy to go to
shit without me being around.
Yeah.
And then I had told their ass, I was like, bro, y'all not even supposed to do that without me being present. I was like, bro, you could have did anything. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. And then they let my ass go.
If you got a good enough, your argument is good and you genuine with it, yeah. But with the homie, this was during COVID. You feel what I'm saying?
I ain't even know the motherfuckers was illegal.
Yeah, in New York, an airsoft pistol is illegal, although, some states, like if you in Georgia, you can mail an airsoft pistol to New York. It'll just come straight UPS, because that's how I got all of mine. You feel what I'm saying? And all of mine are...
Y'all must have had some crazy-ass gun violence back in the day.
Oh,
that's how New York strict as hell on shit like that, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
New York strict as fuck. You from the South like me, stay. You can have guns could be illegal here. You could have it. You pay money. You getting out of jail regardless. Don't even matter.
Yeah, here's the crazy thing.
Around here, you ain't gotta. I can give up my 18-year-old little brother. I can get him a fucking 10 millimeter right now.
You know what I'm saying?
He could put that bitch in his pants and walk around concealing it illegally, and the motherfucker can't touch him.
Like you could get a license to carry in New York, but it's got to be specific and shit like that. Like me,
that's crazy.
Out
here, you don't even need no license.
I have a license because I'm a business owner. You You feel what I'm saying? So I don't for the business that I had when I originally got it, I don't have that business anymore, but I got it because I said at any given point I can have more than $10,000 on me. So for my own safety. But if you get a DWI, you get a domestic violence charge here in New York, you'll never be able to get a gun license. You feel what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying about these toy pistol replicas and shit like that. The mere fact that, you know, they're real replicas of real joints, and at the end of the day, yeah, it's illegal to have one. Although there are spots that you can play long as you have the property owner's consent. Blah 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 blah. But you know, Long Island is different than being in the city. And here's the thing: when you said the question about crazy gun violence, New York has 5 boroughs. At any given time, if you just look at the stats of the U.S. total gun violence, every last one of the 5 boroughs led in gun violence. That's how fucking crazy it is, and New York isn't that big, my nigga. It's compressed into
New York
2 islands.
Huge, bro.
Huh?
New York is huge, bro.
Not New York, not that big. There's a lot of people there.
Bro, New York is as big as fuck, T.
It's a lot of people there.
I'm from Pensacola, Florida, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there.
Listen, you go.
Everything is straight up and down. You're like you said, everything's squished
Nigga,
together.
it's more people in the fucking Bronx than it is in my entire city.
Yeah,
me too. Yeah, me too.
Because
on the grand scheme of things, we from small places though.
Because the Bronx
Memphis ain't fucking small.
Memphis is small, bro. Tennessee,
no, it's not.
Bro, Tennessee, one of the smallest states.
Memphis is not small, bro.
Yes, it is, bro.
It's 2 of the cities I'm from.
Bronx and Queens.
Tennessee is little, Stay.
Here's the thing.
Memphis is 2 Pensacola's.
Here's the thing.
But it's like, because Pensacola is like, it's like a town. Memphis is a city.
No, Pensacola is bro. We have a college,
bro. Pensacola is like
a university. We have a
university.
Big,
yeah, but yeah, yay big. Florida is huge.
But just to try to give you perspective, the Bronx and Queens have the highest population of projects. You feel what I'm saying? Each one of these projects is like a little city. So when you talk about population in the Bronx, the majority of the Bronx is like projects or project-like buildings, because between what the fuck is that? Damn, I'm brain farting right now, but it's a certain part of the Bronx when you take the 6 train, Pelham Bay. You feel what I'm saying? Some people call them Pelham Bay projects, some people call them Pelham Bay co-ops. It all depends on who you are or whatever, and your proximity to it. But bro, New York is basically 5 boroughs, and then everything else is the mainland, and that's upstate. That's when you hit New Rochelle and shit like that, and that's the end of New York. You feel what I'm saying? Certain parts of the Bronx and New Rochelle, but between what's the main part, it's islands. It's Staten Island. You feel what I'm saying? Long Island and Manhattan Island. That's basically New York, but it's broken down into 5 boroughs. New York isn't that big, bro. It's small little islands, bro. We may have a larger population, but landmass.
A lot of motherfuckers there.
Yeah, that's like, what it is, and we on top
Texas
of each
is
other.
huge, and it's
we on top of each
California
other.
is huge, and it's a lot of people there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
People are basically on top of each other, 18
in
to
New
20
York,
to 30 stories.
Literally, they on
and
fast,
everybody
on
living at a fast pace. Everybody living at a fast pace. You know, you get on the train, it's crowded, and you feel what I'm saying. It's like what you say to me, who you talking to? Like the shit that popped off between me and you earlier. That's damn near every morning riding the subway. You just be on the train and you get used to it, and you just turn your headphones up a little bit more and zone the motherfuckers out.
Now I see why y'all don't have guns, because it'll be a lot of dead niggas.
It'll be a lot of dead motherfuckers, yeah.
All day, bro.
Too many people. But out here, if I know how I used to date this girl from New York. If motherfuckers was like that out here, yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
It's too much land, nigga. It's too much space.
Yep.
If somebody that look like you don't get you, but the police is gonna do it to you bad.
Yeah, out here it's not niggas in New York don't worry about the police like that. We worry about other niggas. It's like fuck the cops. I ain't afraid of them, even though they walk around with a gun on.
Other niggas 9 times out of 10 out here.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like they got a gun on them, and I ain't really worried about them like that. I'm worried about these niggas over here because they reckless in they thought process. Like at least a cop gotta have a some sort of justified reason for shooting you. This nigga just shoot you because you fucking somebody in the project. So at the end of the day, bro, it's New York is just condensed. It's fast paced. It's loud. It's reckless at times, and it reflects in the people who were born and raised here. We got short fuses sometimes, and some people are a little bit more laid back because even though they're from New York, they grew up in a part that's a lot more laid back that we would say is behind everything. When you constantly grow up in the mix, that's like in Bed-Stuy, Brownsville, Harlem,
Shit talking is like a sport in New York. They do this shit every day.
Man, we grow up doing that.
Down here, like what they saying is down here, like what you say, like it hold a lot of weight in the South. What you say, you can't like you could like bitches and hoes and shit like that. Like they could like the ways that y'all pop off on people up there. Down here,
that is going to take a lot more skills.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you, AC. Like, no matter how heated the discussion got, I was never not one time call you a bitch, never not one time call you pussy.
Listen, I live down south.
Like that. Because out here, those words will get you murdered, bro. Like, for real. Like that ain't no off a word, just off a word. You can't.
Like you said, like, so look, imagine that shit, but on top of everybody having a gun. Imagine.
And I'm trying to.
Everybody got a gun.
And I'm also trying to express that I do get that, but out here sometimes a dude could get that murk just because people don't like the way you move, your swagger. Like who this nigga think he is?
But that's the same way out here though. But what I'm saying, what I'm pretty much what I'm saying
it's all the same. It don't matter. It's the same problems. Different zip codes.
No, I'm not. Yeah, exactly. So all I'm saying is, how people be so quick to jump to a heated exchange like that. We're not like that down here.
Yeah.
Like because that heated exchange could be the end of your life.
Where it's going. Like we know where it's going if you
that's why that's
we know where it's going.
They be like, oh, why are you so quick to switch to dropping your gym addy? Because bro, we don't do that down here. That's the only place it's gonna go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like that's the only place it's going. That's all it's gonna be. And
no, but here in New York, listen. I was talking to my man Tony's Review. He a big dude, right? We in the heated debate, right? And I said, Tone, you know what, man? Sometimes, man, you just make a dude like me just feel like wanting to smack the shit out you because you just be trolling. You just be coming over here just talking reckless. And he was like, yeah, and then I'd beat you up and beat you down and everything else. And I said, you're probably right. But here's the thing. Ain't nobody really going to remember how you beat my ass. What they going to remember is that smaller nigga. He told you he was going to smack the shit out you, and he smacked the shit out you. You feel what I'm saying? So just to make a joke about that. But out here, dudes go to the gym. Sometimes we'll be like, yo, you got them gloves upstairs? Yeah, I got the gloves. We go to sporting goods stores and buy gloves and buy wraps and all of that. We go, we got a little spot where we could go to get it off our chest and everything like that. So dudes ain't really got to take it there. That's why the not having a gun culture, you feel what I'm saying, works to some degree.
See, out here for I agree with that. And that's I honestly prefer it being like that. So like out here,
ain't no gyms out here.
If ain't no gyms out here for real.
Ain't no gyms
for one,
out here.
And for two, when you use that analogy about that little dude saying that he'll slap the shit out of big dude. First off, that little dude was gonna be toting the damn ARP in his motherfucking pants, and the big dude
Anyway.
buck up at him. Big dude buck up at him. He gonna shoot him
He
dead.
gonna blow his ass off. Yep. As soon as
the
little dude gonna slap the big dude, the little dude gonna slap the big dude, hoping he swing back so he can blow his ass off.
So what I'm saying is,
yeah, I see the difference in what you said.
When I jump to, all right, meet me at the gym, then we can box about this shit. I'm actually a good nigga. I'm the good dude. Like if you can ask T, I'm the good one. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm down. They don't do that shit down here. Ain't nobody finna fight me realistically. Like you see what I'm saying?
Facts.
Ain't nobody
nobody gonna fight Stay when they see him. I will, right? Because Stay know that. But ain't nobody go. The average nigga ain't gonna fight Stay. He gonna go straight to shoot him.
6'5" right now.
He too big. Yeah, he too big.
260 pounds.
He too big.
Them niggas not finna fight me, man.
Bro,
and I can move, bro.
And Stay know that nigga ain't trying to fight him. If he know a nigga ain't trying to fight him.
Bro, if I was younger and still in shape, I would want to fight you just for the challenge to say, could I actually? How long could I fight this big ass nigga? That's just the way,
bro. My best friend, bro. God bless his soul, bro. He was fucking 5'7", 122 pounds, bro. And that motherfucker will fight anywhere. He wasn't scared of shit.
Yeah, that's how I was growing up because my big cousin, my younger cousin, we would tell people, he like my little bro and shit like that. He was 6'5", 275 pounds at motherfucking 17. And me and him used to just square up. And back then I was like, what, 145, like 5'8". I think I got my last growth spurt after 21, made me 5'9". You feel what I'm saying? So for me, I was never a dude that could carry like 180 pounds. My perfect weight for me was like 160, 165 pounds. Right now at my age, I'm at 210, but I still do my pull-ups and push-ups and all of that. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, the thing my old ass got to learn is I'm getting old. You feel what I'm saying? Like the dog in me still says, you know what? Fuck that. I will fuck you up. You talk to me crazy. You feel what I'm saying?
Man, your knees is bad in the motherfucker, man. Shit up, man. Like me.
Like Pop had that video. My knees go pop. Put a bang bang pop pop pop. For real, bro. That shit was funny as hell.
Yo, before we get out of here, everybody want where y'all want to land y'all playing at before we get out of here?
Fuck everybody in the club. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing. Hey, this was a good show, man. That was a good show. I enjoyed this shit right here. Good conversation. Now that everybody got to know each other, not everybody got acquainted. You know what I mean?
If you on T channel, pull up over here. If you're on my channel, pull up over there on T channel.
Hey, man. I still need to know this nigga Boom Boom name, man, because this nigga talking about he just Jesus Christ himself. And I know for a fact, I know a nigga that'll test that theory right now. Nigga Golden Glove champion out my city right now, who's a little nigga too. So
that's the name right there.
Yeah, he fighting out of a prestigious gym right now. So he's got a lot of loyalty.
We Pensacola, we train at Roy Gym.
Huh?
We train at Roy Gym. Pensacola in the house.
Okay.
Much respect.
Y'all like to talk y'all shit down in Pensacola too.
Boy, this dude, Roy be talking cash shit, and he always.
That's a fighting state, Florida. Fighting state.
Yeah, so we both coming from fighting states, bro. It is what it is.
He coming out of Omaha, man.
Yeah, he coming out of Omaha, Nebraska. Who down there that you know?
So y'all. That's just
down there in Omaha, Nebraska.
Huh?
I had a couple females down there.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, but
I want to see Lil Buddy. I'll go to one of his fights. I swear to God, I'll go to one of his fights.
He got one. She got one coming at the end of the month.
On a positive note, and I'll tell Roy to try to help his ass get out here and get some work.
I be want listen, Boom be wanting to smoke and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm not touching Boom. Boom small as hell, man.
No, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying anybody I would gather in the 54 pound space.
That's cool because it's not too many. I don't know too many like upcoming, middleweights. Natural middleweights. It ain't too many hot upcoming natural middleweights like that.
Yeah, so that's why he talking the way he talking, because the dudes that he did face, he sparked them all out, even though he's saying some had they and shit like that, and online dudes just be talking reckless.
Hey T, you can look my homie up. My homeboy Charles Brown, he fight at 160 out here, bro. I watched him beat the shit out of Chris Eubanks at Royal Gym, bro. Like beat the dog shit out of this dude, and it was kind of crazy. I was kind of surprised. I ain't think the nigga was that good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But at the end of the day, man, it was a good cook and everything, man. When we got into the meat and potatoes of the boxing shit, you know what I'm saying?
Meat and potatoes.
Everybody,
gritty.
At the end of the day, Tank is still a zesty coon.
Zesty coon is wild.
That zesty coon is ridiculous. How you a coon and ain't got your nails painted?
I'm gonna call him a zesty coon.
He blocked me because I called his ass that.
Wow, that's crazy work. But I fucks with Tank these days because I look at the moves and I get it. I get
you
why
get lime green fingernail paint?
Huh?
You get lime green fingernail paint?
Do I get it?
Yeah, you said you get the moves. I don't get that shit.
Yeah, I'm not talking about personally like that.
I'm joking.
Talking about, yeah, I know. I'm talking about when it come down to this boxing shit.
Bro, nigga, if your son can't hold a lime green fingernail paint, you go karate kick this nigga in his throat.
How basically I gain respect for him, how he basically just exposed all of these weight bullies that was at 35. You feel what I'm saying?
I mean, he was one himself though, bro.
Nah, not really, because when you look at when you look at Tank, when you look at Tank the way he weighed in, you feel what I'm saying?
But he was 155 pounds when he fought Leo Santa Cruz, bro.
You know the reason he don't fight at 130 is because he can't make it.
He could still make 130. I think he just chooses not to because it's that he weighs in at 133 consistently. He weighs in at 133 for his fights consistently.
Because it's harder for him to do. His opponent still be at 130.
Yeah, he probably still at 130 right now. Tank would be, if he chose to be, he would be.
Tank wait until you become a champ at 130, then he bring you up. He still fight at 130.
Nah, bro.
Yes, he do.
He ain't no weight bully. Like I mean, like
he really is.
Talking about hold on.
He really is.
Hold on.
Tank can make 130, bro. Tank can make 130.
He can make 130 and look impressive. He could. It's a lot easier not to. You got Navarrete at 130.
It's a lot easier not to.
Hold on. You got Navarrete at 130 looking like Tyson Fury. Explain that. Don't talk about Tank what Tank.
Bro, ain't Navarrete from
ain't he from? You said you respect Tank for exposing weight bullets. Tank literally bring up niggas from 130. Literally.
Come on, bro.
Lamont
Roach had more fights at 35.
He don't even bring up the best nigga from 130, bro.
Where's Lamont Roach a champion at 130?
He's a champion at 130, but he got more fights at 135 than some of the current champions.
He brought him back up to 130.
Where did Garcia fight at?
The
little baby.
Where did Ryan Garcia fight? Ryan Garcia fought, I believe Ryan Garcia was.
I said Hector.
Oh, Hector Garcia.
130.
So cute.
Yeah, 130.
Yeah.
Bro, Tank do be doing some bullshit with that weight shit, man.
Nah, he be exposing these weight bullies.
Bro, but he fought Leo Santa Cruz at 155 pounds. Leo was like 140 something.
Yeah.
He wasn't like
down. Those at 126.
Nah, when he fought, how is he?
Yeah, he brought Leo up. Yeah, he right. He brought Leo up.
He brought Leo up from what?
26.
To fight him at 130.
Yep.
And he weighed 155 on fight night. Come on, man.
And San Antonio, I was at that fight.
So you saying he put on his 25 pound, he put on his 25-pound rehydration limit.
Yes, but see that there's no issue to that.
Is there an issue to it?
Yes.
Is there an issue with it with David Benavidez?
I mean, it is an issue with it with David Benavidez because it's an issue with it with Devin Haney when he gained 25 pounds.
Okay, I just wanted to see if you was gonna keep it and be consistent all the way around.
I don't know how you answer my question with a question so we can move
elsewhere. No, I just wanted to see if you was gonna keep it a buck so I can honestly answer your question. No, I don't agree to a lot of times the taking advantage of the full rehydration, but if you can, it's part of the rules. It's part of
hey, won't you go keep the cat?
It's part of the rules.
The thing is, it's not a part of the rules, AC. It'd be a part of Tank's rules, and ain't no man that's actually smart gonna turn down their highest payday over 10 pounds.
No, over at the time that Tank fought Leo Santa Cruz, that it wasn't a 15-pound rehydration limit. There was no
rehydration limit.
Yeah, there was no rehydration. So if you wanted to come in at
but you can't. You know this man can't do that because you brought him up from 126, and you moving down.
No, I can't.
Already bigger than him.
Oh, wait. He was a champion at 130, bro. He was a unified champion at 130. He wasn't at 126.
Who?
Leo Santa Cruz.
Bro, Leo Santa Cruz is nationally.
Leo came up from 126.
He was at 126.
Leo had a belt at
130. Yeah.
Leo had a belt at 130.
He won the belt. He had one fight at 30, got the strap, and then Tank fought him. Leo came up from 126, got the strap. Tank fought him the next fight.
Literally.
Your son called you.
This some PBC shit. This some PBC shit. Now I know. Like we can get into it. We can get into it. We just named 3 niggas though. He brought up or down though. Like we just named 3 niggas. He brought
and them selective niggas too, because he
Leo
want to bring up.
Y'all see Leo only. Leo didn't even fight no more at 130. I think he had like one fight. I think he had that Tank. He had the fight before to get the belt, which that was getting him the belt before Tank to fight him anyway, right? To give him Leo, and then I think he had like one more after that maybe. And he went back down to 26 because he a T-tall, but he's a skinny dude. That's a little dude, Leo.
Yeah, now here's the fucked up part. When you go to BoxRec, they don't got it because BoxRec don't count
WBA.
The WBA.
Because they some assholes.
Yeah. So if a person was trying to argue the point and say, "Look, I'm looking at it on BoxRec. Leo didn't have a belt." It's like, no, because this BoxRec don't fuck with the WBA. You didn't know that. So, okay, yeah, that was at 130.
Yeah, those just strap at one. Those the only belt he had for a long time. They win over Leo. Like those the only belt he had for.
Yeah, and he came down. He fought Gamboa before he fought Leo Santa Cruz. But before he fought Gamboa at 35. He fought Nunes.
Gamboa came up too.
Yeah, they both.
Another one.
Yeah, they both went up to 35. You feel what I'm saying? Because 2 fights before that, Tank fought at 130. You feel what I'm saying? After Santa Cruz, he fought at 130. Then
he lost his strap.
He went up to 140 to fight Barrios. Then he went back
he lost
down.
His strap at 130 on the scale. The belt he got from Leo, he lost it on the scale trying to make 130. Remember?
Yeah. That's when he was out there fucking with Doja Cat and all that. In the showing up in the hip hop clubs at night with her and buying out the bars with champagne. He was living that life.
He was fucking with Ari too.
Yeah. So he wasn't.
Man, why the fuck y'all bringing up old shit, man?
Nope. We slandering Tank Slender session. No, just play.
Why y'all bringing up old shit for, man?
Tank Slender session, baby.
Why y'all bringing up old shit? I mean, shit.
Slender session.
I was trying to
Now we had to get AC.
Land my plane, but these niggas just started.
Now we had to get AC. Now look, we had to get AC. He was giving Tank a little too much credit, so we had to.
Like, come on, man. Y'all acting like, hey, listen, man. Y'all acting like Doja Cat ain't the new Erykah Badu. Like, come on now.
I'm gone. Hey, Pop, I'm gone. Don't you ever disrespect that great Erykah Badu like that.
But Doja Cat was on live talking about something. She hate being a nigga, bro.
Doja Cat. Hey, look, y'all know the crazy part about Doja Cat though? Black Mama. I mean, Black Mama, I think. But anyway, I digress.
That's the new Erykah Badu, man. She got
bro. Don't ever disrespect.
Yeah, man. She got 103,000.
Wow,
Erykah Badu.
Like she had Tank Wild. He had to get away real quick.
Yeah, bro.
That lady man look like
Erykah Badu make champions. She don't destroy them.
Nah, man. Hell no. You should no. Hell no.
Look, you fuck up after Erykah Badu leaves you, Tank. Not with Erykah Badu. See?
Nah, man. Hell no. That's the reason you was good before you got to it.
You was good before you got to her. You was great with her. You fell off after she left.
Cool. Look, wait. Andre 3000.
Hey, Pop, you was good before her. You was great with her, and you fell off after she left.
Andre 3000.
No, you wasn't. You wasn't.
That's one of the nastiest East Coast styles of rap.
No, you wasn't. You know what? Then you know what? She Doja Cat, the new Whitney Houston. Then how you like that one?
Now the crazy part. That's probably about more right.
Nah, she more like Erykah Badu, bro.
She nothing like Erykah Badu, though. She more like Whitney for real, though. If we going there,
look at that.
Hey, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She more like
Erykah Houston, Whitney Badu.
Nah, you stupid, bro.
Hey, Erykah Badu look like she smell like cocoa butter, black love, and black love.
Yeah. Listen. You know what?
Erykah Badu don't look like no fucking Freezer. Doja Cat look like Freezer. Fuck that.
Yo, bro. We know who.
We look like Gold Dust.
We know who T got a crush on.
Bitch look like Cody Rhodes.
Hey, look. She wasn't looking like that. Listen, she wasn't looking like that, but Tank was fucking with it. Now that she crazy, that's what the hell she look like.
This is like Dusty Rhodes.
She look like she don't shave her armpits. That's what the fuck she look like.
I don't know, bro.
Hey, on that note, man, y'all got anything to say to get up out of here, man?
Nah, man, because they out here hating. They was thirsty to have a Tank hate session. Kept on.
Ain't nobody hating on Tank. That's the truth.
I waited to the end.
Yeah.
I ain't say not one lie about the Zesty Coon.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Is he not zesty?
I don't know what you're talking about. We gonna
get
up out of here.
Yeah.
We up out of here. We're gonna get up out of here. Like, I own the rights to this music, so ain't nobody gonna come back. We out of here.
All right, Phelps.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah. Hollywood Peoples. Let's get it. Let me talk to him. Yeah. Pistols up in the air. Yeah. Pistols up and they flare. Fit for dumping, I heat them up. Lift them out of that chair. 100 rounds in that drum clip. Couple pounds in that trunk sit. Few G's in that new V. Turn it down in that front flip. Fresh out and I'm back home. Chest out and I back home. Best route, get your best out. Few hits in that backyard. New bitch in that cash home. Hit my jack for that fast loan. Take it back of that 80 flat. 2 clips in that mask on. Back to serving them beans though. Back to earning that green hoe. Carnivore for that audible. Bullet fly with that beans though. Bullet ride on that scene slow. Back out and I lean low. Fast out to that trap house. Black out and that thing blow. Black out with my team, no. We prepared and we all here. Them triggers pressing your niggas straight. Spell of death in that warfare. Couple texts and they all share. Air holes in that front nose. Double clipping that rubber grip. Get the pistol now dumped over. We got it. Ain't no stopping them 100 niggas with guns on them. We don't wanna crawl from them. Nigga, let it blow. Ain't no stopping them 100 shells from one direction. My homie strapped, I hope you crawl away. My nigga, let it go. Pistols up in the air. Pistols up in the air. Pistols up in the air. Yeah, pistols up in the air. 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 Yeah, pistols up in the air. Ain't no blocking these 100 rounds. Ain't no watching, we cut them down. Crunch time when I dump mine. Ain't no stopping, we running town. 16 in that black block. Shit mean on that back block. Drug wars with them drug laws and them bitches fiend for that crack rock. Coke fiends in that white bitch. Don't lean in that slight itch. All over this cold green. I done sold dreams for that right bitch. 38 be my best friend. 30 waiting that West End. Dead cop when that leg pop. Headshot with your vest in. Smith and West in that waistband. Just a mess in that wasteland. Hammer grip with the banana clips and you pray to God that they pay jam. Never that, never ready clap. Left head in that long shit. No fear when there's folks near. We never scared of that long bit. 25 of that L shit. Couple die when them shells spit. Shout the homies that do the time when they do the crime, they don't tell shit. This the anthem that got guns. Fully Yodas and shotguns. Grip the buck, your pistol tuck. Lift it up, you got one and I'm gone. Ain't no stopping them 100 niggas with guns on them. We don't wanna crawl from them, nigga, let it blow. Ain't no stopping them.